What'd I do? What is whoop? What is whoop?
I put the mic up just in time for you to say something.
Oh, there you go, because we are professionals. Hi, for those of you who have not seen me in, God, maybe 2 hours. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm learning as I go. I've never sat here and said I plan things out well. You know who's more of a planner? Obviously not true, because I was going to point at him in the chair and introduce him, but he's over here working the camera. And obviously, the guests today, Jake and Louie, are they're still trying. They're so young. They're at a show. They're coming from a show. So they're going to be here in about 30 minutes. So what do we do till then? We'll read the Epic Times. I'm kidding, but I found that. I left it last time. And we'll drink some whiskey. But I'll tell you who is a good planner. Drew Magner, everyone. The white box is back.
And I totally planned for this white box to come back.
Oh, my God. How was your weekend, buddy?
My weekend was good. Busy, man. It just doesn't stop anymore, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Were you really busy?
I
mean, not busting your balls.
Let me think about it.
Because I know you had a busy week. I know you performed Wednesday night, right?
Yeah, that was wild.
No, that was last week, right? You had band practice.
That was last week. I actually have to go to the calendar to see what I did.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Weekend.
Like I was in the mountains mountains of PA with Keanu 2 nights. One night was a packed room bar, and the second night was about 20 people. But one guy came up to see me. My buddy Bob, fan of Patrice, came all the way up from Virginia to see me, and we got stupid drunk, like like fun drunk. Like we were drinking for the show. And I literally did the responsible. Show was at 8 or 8:30. Show was 8:30. I was going on at 9. So at 7 o'clock, you know what I did, Drew?
What'd you do?
I put my foot down, Drew. I put my foot down.
One in front of the other, and you walk there?
Put my foot down, and then I collapsed on it because I was hammered. Because I'd been drinking at the bar for 2 hours with Bob and Jeff. No, I said, look, I'm not drinking. I said, and I was drinking. I said, I got to stop drinking. Because, I don't want you to drive all this way, let alone the other 19 people, and me pass out, in the middle of the set. So I stopped drinking, and then I hit the stage, and they were right in the front row with a steady fucking, like in the old Three Stooges movies where it's just they're handing pails. They're just handing chains of shots to me. And I got wrecked.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah. That's a good busy. That's something that should keep you occupied. Like Brad Knoll of Sublime once said, it's like I play music, therefore I earn beer. Yeah. But in your case, leveled up to shots.
Well, I think it's also, who was I talking to? You're not going to believe this. Another man that we often quote, Louis J. Gomez. He's like, that's the beauty of being like a comedian or a host or a musician. It's like you get to form words and sounds and that you send them out and people send you back money and booze and stuff. So it's kind of a neat little...
I've looked back at my calendar here, and this past weekend, I had nothing on the schedule. Friday night was a band practice night, which is, you tell the ladies, we all tell our girls or whatever, it's band practice, we got to do it. We get to the fucking space and just, hang out, party.
Yeah, I always wondered what goes on at a band practice. Because the only thing I know from band practice is what's the movie Walk the Line? And they just got real drunk, and then what's her name ran in and yelled, baby, 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 baby.
Keanu, that's the woman you're marrying.
Yes, she came in and yelled at me. You call this comedy practice? Yeah, I'm practicing. What goes on at a band practice is, what percentage of it is music and what percentage of it is, fuckery?
So there's a little bit of music involved. We get there, we say we're going to get there at 8. Everybody gets there at 9. We start playing at 10:30, right?
Right. But do you just play like you're like, all right, let's do this one, and you play it just for the practice? Like, do you study game tape? I know this is stupid, but I've never really thought to ask.
We're trying to do a better job. Before I was in the band, it was just like, all right, we play this. They had like the same 5 songs, and they would just play them over and over again, and still never play them that well.
Right.
And I'm not saying that I fixed everything, but recently, very, very recently, this is, that was probably years ago. This is in the last couple months. The leader guy, his name's Dean, has taken initiative to be like, all right, this practice, we're going to do this song. Then we're going to figure out this line of things. Then we're going to talk about the next shows we're going to have. So it's actually been a lot more productive. We're going to start recording music. putting out some kind of album or something like that.
Yeah, some kind of album or
something
something.
like that.
I've heard. I've thought that I should finally put out some kind of album or something because let me say another one. So you realize I put one out every decade because I'm lazy.
Did you realize if you put out an album, you'll never have to say it again?
No, in another 10 years I'll be saying like time for now. But I've always said this. I was about to put out an album in. I was working on my next album right around 2020, and then the world shut down, and I totally forgot my act over those 8 months. A lot of comics did. And then it slowly came back to me, but as it came back to me, it was couched in different phrases. And as I'm sure many fans will say, mostly on Biden's a piece of shit and COVID was a lie. But a lot of it's become a lot more, I don't want to say religious, but I guess I'll say religious, you know? And I don't mean like, oh, there is one God and I quote Psalms. But, you know, I call for people to go to hell. Good stuff like that. You know, like any like any sociopath with anger issues would do. I guess, right?
Right.
That makes me think about, like, and I haven't paid attention, and we talked about this before the show, like what went on, because I have no desire to watch the Olympics. I don't. Like this is, and I used to love the Summer Olympics, because usually, like this, they're in a different country. But now they're in Paris, so it's like an early thing, not a late thing.
Yes, I also used to love pretending like I cared about the Olympics.
I always cared about the Olympics just because, well, the Summer Olympics at least, because it was neat. It was in the summer, obviously. You had the summer off. You could stay up late. It wasn't school nights. You'd watch weird events till all hours of the morning, especially if it was in some weird fucking country, you know, like Canada. You would do that. And then, you know, you'd literally share a moment with the world. I'm sorry, but you would. And now,
for like a second, and then you'd stop paying attention, realize it's been going on for weeks, and every once in a while on the news you'd see a counter that's been like, America, 400 gold medals, and you're like, what?
Not.
400 events?
It's not. It's like America, 300 gold medals, 2 gold, 3 silver, 382 bronze. You're like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're third in the medal count. I don't watch it. Because sports are starting to suck. And I even talked about it today on my stream 8 minutes ago. I'm going to streamline. By the way, I am. And I'm going to start just watching old In Hot Water episodes. And I'm going to put that just straight to fucking bonus content. I can't.
That's
like,
fun,
am I wrong? And then I'll get back to the Olympics. It's like, I don't want to say obliged, because we did a stream today. I'm sure I hope a lot of you saw it, because it was Garrett and Steve and Bruce Smirnoff. And Garrett and Steve, of course, this is the Garrett and Steve tailgate. That's what we should call this. Tailgating for Garrett and Steve. But Bruce Smirnoff was on. He was telling old stories. And, sorry. So we were doing that. And then fucking Bruce left. Frankie came on. We all fucked around. But I don't want to say I feel obliged, but it's like I want to have an In Hot Water something. At fucking, you know, I got to move it up, like around 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 days a week. I do. And I'll be the first to admit it's very different, but I feel obliged to do that. Is that stupid? And don't get me wrong. Like,
it's
if we
stupid to think you're going to do it here.
No, we're not
kidding.
doing it here.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
I thought you meant right now. You meant, and we can't, you know, but that's the other thing I battle with. It's like, well, maybe we just fucking stop doing it during the day, have bonus content I can do during the day, and then just fucking focus on this like 2 nights a week, maybe. You know?
2 nights seems doable for me. I'm really trying.
Well, I mean, or I can just keep looking for like a studio space where we can further impound the media.
Who knows? You know, this is working for now.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I mean, I'd do this every night if I can, if we were getting paid, you know, like we were at Compound.
If we were getting paid like we were at Compound.
Like,
well, for those of you who don't know.
Now I have to do these, well, I'm sure everybody knows already.
For those of you who don't know, and this is for the trolls, when we were working at Compound, we were getting $80 a month. But once we got fired, we were getting
I was getting $80 a word. That's why everybody's always like, why is he always talking?
Wait,
yeah.
That's me you're thinking of. But then once we got fired, we were making like $80,000 a week. And then they're like, everyone's like, you don't make any money. And now they're like, what are you going to do with all that money? And yet here we are. Here we are somehow surviving.
I got a great bookie. Yeah.
What's that?
What are you going to do with all that money? I got a good bookie.
What are you going to do with all that money? So yeah, it's like obvious. So that's my point. It's like 4 days a week. I think I'm just going to keep doing it 4 days a week at that time. Like, I have about 150 people in there, which, again, I know to the trolls it's nothing. But we'll see if it grows. As long as I'm having fun with it, we'll see.
I always hate when people say things like, oh, you know, that's only this many people. Like, why even bother? Like, yeah, if you're getting a few thousand views a night or something like that, that's a small venue that, you know, 3,000. Somebody's getting 30,000. Obviously, that's a lot more, but that's Madison Square Garden.
Right.
You know what I mean? So 100 people, that's a packed out small venue. 200 people, you know, even bigger. 3,000, that's probably one of the nicer theaters where we've seen one of your favorite bands, you know?
Dodongo.
Yeah, no.
I love you, buddy.
You've seen us hanging out there, that's for sure.
Hey, Gino and Dodongo were there. Where? They were like third row back. Drew was pretty drunk. Gino was screaming. Just assholes. Yeah, well, that's just it. I've always said this, and that's something that's never changed. It's like, as long as it's fun, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. There have been like Gratcast on Saturdays. That's going to stop. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but it's just like I used to do Gratcast. Ooh, more whiskey. I used to do Gratcast, you know, every Saturday just to, and I'm glad I did because now I'm monetized and I have hours in the stream and stuff. But it's like I was just doing it to have a YouTube presence. But now,
Yeah, that's the same reason.
now I'm all over YouTube.
Same reason I have to take jobs, you know, where I wake up at 4 a.m. and don't get paid a lot. It's because you got to do something. You know, you got to keep in the business.
Yeah.
Keep fucking talking to people because you never know what's going to be around the corner from, you know, maybe you're on Gratcast. I haven't watched it. From where I hear nobody has. And no, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about it.
No, you heard right. Go on.
But like, who knows? Somebody who knows that guy or whatever sees you and was like, oh, I want you for this. I mean, you know, not to bring up people that we've been with in the past, but isn't that how you and Aaron met? Like randomly, like, oh, we should try something together.
That's exactly. Right? I've told the story countless times. We were both hosting at the Stand. I was doing the early show. I was finishing up. He was coming in for the late show to host, and he asked about doing a podcast. And I said, why do you ask? And Aaron Berg said this. I'll say it again. He said, someone asked me today if I did a podcast, January 2016. He said, the only person I'd want a podcast with is Gino. I'm like, let's start a podcast. We did. Right place, right time. We started doing Anthony's thing as guests 6 months later. Fucking right as skanks are leaving. We get, yeah, but that's how everything works. But you have to be around it. You have to show up. And I'll say it again, like I've been doing more stand-up. Let me rephrase. I've been doing stand-up because, again, I wasn't doing a lot of stand-up the past, like 5-6 years because I was enjoying the studio so much. And there was, I'll say it again, there wasn't we wouldn't show up. Drew, remember you'd come in every day around 3:45. I'd say, come have a shot. And we'd be like, to this going on forever. Remember we would do that toast?
Yeah, I was doing it sarcastically because I knew it was going to end eventually.
I did too, and I missed so few days. I was at that desk. If I was at that desk the day fucking Bob Genius Levy let fucking Pat Adderall Dixon there, maybe I wouldn't have titanium jaws. But regardless, just me being
Is that how Pat got in, through Bob?
You don't know that story?
I don't know anything about it, and
I
don't even want to know.
Trying to kill time here, Drew.
We got plenty of things to kill time. We're gonna run out of stuff by the time this episode's over.
I gotta tell you, the hair's looking good. The hair,
Who, me? Thank you.
Your hair always looks good, Drew.
I just tried out this orange filter. Nope. It's supposed to be like more. I was trying to match your skin tone a little bit better, but
didn't you give me some kind? Like everything's right every time. And by the way, Drudio, everyone. It is I always like to say impound media from the Drudio because every time you're tweaking something, you're adding something, you're taking something away. Like I like how this is evolving, and I really. And by the way, Friday night, no, can you do? I can't do Thursday night. But Garrett and Steve might be able to if you want to just hang with them. I felt so bad today. I'm like, no, I got a show Thursday. I'm like, wait, you can do it.
Maybe.
I don't mean to be fucking.
Well, the thing about Thursdays, I got one of those early days where it's like.
What have you been doing?
No, Friday I have an early day. This is just regular video work. It consists of getting there before everybody else, setting up a studio or whatever. I'm not in the studio, usually on location. A lot of times.
How have you not been able to like really impound media. Like find a studio no one's paying attention to, put all the shit there, and then you'd still have to be there at 2 p.m.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, a lot like hi. Like this. Oh, there you are. I don't know. I'm not used to that.
It costs money, you know. A lot of these people are corporate clients or something like that. I work for companies that get hired by them, so I even just get like a small little chunk of change from whatever they're getting. The idea is to move up, but like you said, you got to do stuff in order to reconnect, relearn stuff. I'm editing again, which is so annoying. I fucking hate editing.
Why?
It takes so much time, and it's imagine you are given a bunch of puzzle pieces or like paint, and you're told, paint me a picture. Hey, can you paint me the Mona Lisa, right? But the Mona Lisa, it doesn't exist yet. So you have to basically imagine.
But they think it exists in their mind, right? They're like, oh, just make the Mona Lisa. That thing I'm thinking of.
And they're like, here's some greens, some blacks. Of course, this is everything you need to make the Mona Lisa, right? And I'm sitting there like, all right. And it starts with one paint stroke, you know, and then maybe a couple more. And then you're like, oh no, maybe you spend a whole day working on something. And then the next day you're like, oh no, the way this is actually going to turn out right is if I cancel everything I've done so far and then do this instead. And it's a lot of that, a lot of fixing stuff, not really time to play, a lot of like just going through clips and just watching stuff and being like, was that a good moment? Yeah, that was a good moment. You know?
How do you get these gigs? They're just like people you've worked for before?
Yeah, people I've worked for before, exactly. I've reached out. A friend of mine, the thing that I'm editing right now is for a friend of mine that runs a nonprofit. It's called Especially Everyone. They put on music shows.
For retards. Really?
It's for the mentally challenged.
They sold Especially. Hold on, my abacus. Keep talking.
It's a really good cause, and I got to go to one of their shows, shoot some stuff, and now I'm editing it, and it's really.
No one's saying it's not a good cause. I'm just saying
it's cool, but that's just one of the things that I'm doing.
Like it's inviting ridicule,
Yeah.
especially.
Well, from you maybe. You're the only one. Yeah. Even I'm there, like, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm not even coming up with jokes, you know, just like on the show here, and
you neither.
But I'm just like, wow,
boy, we need Jake and Louie.
It's 100% wholesome. You're just like, wow, this is great. You see these people dancing. You're doing stuff like, you know, like you feel like you're helping, you know.
No, that's what you want to do. You do want to feel like you're making a difference, and a lot of the stuff we do.
You know, the opposite of compound media.
We were making a difference.
Oh no, you're right. We were performing for retards.
Exactly, and they didn't get a benefit. No one gave them a dance or a bike ride. They weren't complaining. They were calling in our show, yelling about shit, but they weren't complaining.
Yeah.
Well,
but you mentioned, we did a show last Wednesday with these guys, Star Fox and the Fleet.
Oh, there you go. Well done. Yeah.
This is the costume that I wore.
That's you on the. I did not even realize that was
me
you
on the right
as King Neptune.
As just the guy that wore a lot of random shit that he had.
No, dude, you look. You're the best one.
No,
well, the chick's hot.
The chick, she's Star Fox. She's the main eyepiece of the show, obviously.
Right.
But like I try to show up and dress. She actually ordered me the armor thing. The theme for this show, it's always space something or other. Space travelers. The theme for this show was Vikings, like space Vikings, like silver space Vikings or something like that.
It's like you just keep looking at the pictures. It's like Vikings, space Vikings, silver
Vikings,
space Vikings,
space Vikings,
silver space Vikings in goggles with spiky glasses. Yeah.
This is the best shot of me actually that you'll ever see because during the show. I'm all the way in the back.
I know. You sent me a bunch of videos.
Everybody's like, why are you sending me this? And I'm like, no, I'm in it. I'm in the band.
I was looking for you, but you're off to the far right, the left of the screen.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, the right.
There's a David Bowie cover. I put these in my Instagram stories.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, but
it's like I want to have a place where
there
they're
you
gonna be
are,
remembered.
Drew. I see you, Drew.
That's me.
Drew.
That's me. Ah! And it's so much fun, you know. Like I didn't get paid anything for this. You know, just happy to be a part of it. I'm a fill-in drummer. I'm sure I've mentioned that before.
Yes.
This is my other band, Dodongo. Oh.
That's the gig we were at, I think.
Yes, this is the gig that you were at. And that gig is also full show released onto Onto YouTube. We mixed the show. We released it out onto YouTube under Dodongo something or other. So go check that out if you really want to see a Dodongo show.
How long is it? Why isn't the clip? Why don't we have the clip?
Oh, I could put it up.
Why don't we put the clip? We need the clip.
I was only planning on talking about the Star Fox show.
Why would you not plug Dodongo? A boner cram. Look at that.
That's me.
That's an even gayer outfit.
I had so much fun at that show.
That was great. The whole band got together. We had jobs back then.
Yeah, it was easier to not care.
Simpler time. You could really focus on the music and not on the pay because we were employed.
Yeah, but thank you so much again for coming out to that one. That one was so much fun.
But
every one of them is fun, right?
Yeah, like that's one thing from this whole fucking past month. It's like all of us have stayed very close. We all fucking like to hang out, have each other's backs, and like me and Keanu have been doing the road a lot. Like a lot of fans still coming out. Like I'll say this Bob guy drove fucking 4 hours, got there, fucking just a great fucking time. Big fan of Keanu as well. It was just it's interesting, and a lot of times people will ask me like, the Gavin deal, like it wouldn't it was stressing me out. Like don't think there aren't times like, well, maybe if I just danced like a monkey, because I'm a bit of a monkey.
Yeah, but you don't want to be that guy that's just like, well, this is all I have,
Wait,
pay me whatever you can, I guess,
Let's do this.
Thanks for ruining my life.
Week. Let's do this every week. We do this. Gene, you don't want to be that guy. Watch, you say it.
Gene, you don't want to be that guy, right?
No, I don't want to be that guy. Now go a month from now.
I want to be that guy.
Yeah, I was thinking of being that guy.
Gee, I need to be that guy.
I'm wearing the same shirt. It's got like chili stains on it. Maybe I should be that guy.
Time to be that guy.
Gavin, remember that suck my dick thing I tweeted? Come on. I never did that.
Where were we?
We're
having fun.
We were gonna do this, and because I love the big screen. I do love the big screen here at Impound Media. We were talking about this. Like, do you like we talk politics, and I love talking politics with you. I do.
Same.
Because we're normal, and we remind people this is how people talk politics.
Oh, you think we're normal?
I think we're fun. I think we're idiots. I think we both think we're right, but we're not. They're like, and that's the way it is.
I want to be very clear. I don't think I'm right.
Right.
But I am doing my bestest not to be wrong.
Right, dude. And I like your way even better. I always say, dude, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I can't be convinced otherwise, and sometimes I'd like to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
sometimes evidence just comes out so heavily against what you think, the strongest people will adjust their opinions accordingly. The weakest people will reject it. They'll think that's a lie. They'll talk about that stuff, and it works both ways.
But this is why, and I'll say it again, mad respect for you, Drew. This is why you need to hang out with people and have friends that you respect, or hang out with me, Drew. But I mean it because, like...
Drew, you really got to hang out with some people.
I'll say it again. First time that week you filled in, I'm like, lean into it. Don't be shy. Say whatever you want. And that's one thing I did say about Ryan. I'm like, I'd love to work with him because I think he has a lot of opinions. He's very alt-right Christian, But before I even get into, I was going to talk about the Last Supper thing. This is something I'd love to... Do you, the director of the FBI said this week, we don't even know if Trump got shot by a bullet. And somebody else sent me a Rumble thing, and I thanked him, and it was a 10-minute video on why he thinks Trump staged it. Like, oh God, I bet I could send it to you.
Oh, no. I have it right here. Is it a super chat from RP that says, "This show sucks"?
He's funnier than anything we've done. I hate this guy. I don't hate him because he said something mean. Watch this. Well, you just blew $2.
I will take that $2 and I will spend $1 of it on.
Why was that so funny? So I could send you the link. It's on Rumble. Are we allowed to show Rumble clips on YouTube?
I don't know. It's your YouTube though, so.
Look, it doesn't matter. I'll just because I watched it. and it said, everyone knows, like you need to see the clip. He said it was like a magic trick. Not a magic trick, but he said he did all the rules or whatever you want to call it of magic. Like, I'm sure we all recall this. I'm sure you do as well, Drew. Trump goes like this. Remember, he's like, look at this chart. And when he goes, look at this chart, if this is the camera, if this is, he's like, look at this chart. Now you can't see my ear, right? And he goes, look. And while people are looking, then you hear the bullets. And he covers his ear. And they're like, where's all the blood? And I have heard, they're showing stuff now. It doesn't look like a bullet wound. But it's like there wasn't that much blood for his ear shot. And he did it. And all that said, I'm like, okay, if you believe that, that's fine. You know, when he staged it so he could do the thing. It's like, but they have a picture of a bullet whizzing by his head. This is the point I'm getting to, where I ask you, Drew, and everyone else to weigh common sense. Do you believe it was a big stage thing where he did this and covered his ear, right? Which is one thing I heard, and I'm not saying no. But this is something else someone said, you know, on the other side of the conspiracy theory, and it was like, it's like, how did they get that picture of that bullet that whizzed by his head? And you know how they got it? Fucking the
NASA.
No, the earth is flat. No. Some reporter for the New York Times was in the front row with a camera. It was the only Trump fucking rally CNN has covered all year. It's like they wanted a front row seat to his head getting blown off. Am I saying, let's go back to me and...
See, that is exactly the kind of interesting information that makes it interesting to think about.
Yeah,
but the only rally that CNN covered.
Go on.
One and only rally.
Yeah.
Right? It makes you think. Obviously, you know, everybody's got... the great thing about this thing is that everybody from both sides has come out with conspiracies immediately. Ooh.
That we do.
And
keep talking. Watch.
Okay,
watch.
I'll do my best.
Keep talking. keep talking, so they don't know I'm in my. Oh shit.
The people from both sides have been talking so much about their conspiracies, like, oh, you really believe that was a supposed to be an assassination attempt, like, yeah. And I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just definitely don't want to be wrong about it. And from what I know, looks very real. He definitely got shot. Definitely blood. You know, there's nothing. It doesn't look like a lot of acting going on there, except for the girl trying to. That shit was hilarious.
And if they both of those stories, it's not like, oh, you're stupid, you got it. It's like, this one doesn't make as much sense as this one, and I shouldn't even say makes as much sense. Doesn't, like. In the world we're living in, this is what I could see happening. We need, and you see clips of them saying they need to put a bullet in Trump. They need to keep a bullseye on him. You can't fuck with the Secret Service. All these things, and don't get me wrong, you could find clips. I bet if you looked hard enough, you could find clips that say Donald Trump is a magician and he does sleight of hand. And they'd put that, and I get it. But when you tell me either this guy faked it and they didn't, and don't get me wrong, they didn't they didn't mind blowing some dude away. I can't remember his name. I feel so bad. Corey Comparatore?
Yeah, a fucking father.
Firefighter, fucking family man, dove in front of his fucking wife and daughter apparently. And they have no problem killing one person because I think we all know on 9/11 they killed 3,000. And I think we all know that on January 6th, despite what my fucking fabulous co-host says, they put innocent people in jail. But my point is, I find it, given the temperature we live in, when you tell me CNN covered the rally, when you tell me a New York Times reporter fucking was in the front row of a Trump rally with his camera going off, when you tell me, and if you don't listen to Dan Bongino, all you need is to listen to Dan Bongino in the morning and then listen to Anthony in the afternoon. He'll say the same stuff kind of funnier. Well, not all of it, because Bongino gets shit that's way ahead of the curve. They didn't even meet with the fucking Secret Service the day before. This just came out yesterday that they weren't, if it was too far to travel, and they didn't even know what that was, if it was too far to travel, whether it was drive time or airline or whatever, they weren't sending counter snipers to the fucking Trump rally. So they were really getting lax on the Trump thing. So that makes the sitch I put over here on the left way more believable than it was staged. Am I saying it wasn't staged? No. I'm just saying I'm leaning towards they wanted to kill the president. Drew.
Yeah.
And I got you a fresh whiskey.
All right, so
just to leave me hanging out to dry.
There's really no debate there. Like, I have no cash in the game in anyway. All I can say is that it made Trump look so cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's never looked cooler than, like, with his hand in the air, with the flag, with the blood on him.
Oh, without a doubt.
That is the fucking leader, you know, somebody should want. And, you know, you're going to take this out of context or something.
Probably
like,
not.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's totally
How dare you?
But yeah, like, I want, you know, somebody that falls down and gets right back up and puts their fists in the air, you know? Like, that's exciting.
Here's my question about that. And it says here in the Epoch Times that I left here last week.
Even if I'm not voting for Trump.
Are you going to vote for Kamala? And you don't have to answer, not my business.
I don't think I
She's
think I
terrible.
can, like, the way that people say they couldn't possibly vote for Trump,
right.
I could not, the way that I'm at it, like, I could not possibly vote for Kamala. I might give my vote to RFK.
Maybe they want that, but he's not going to win. I'm not going.
If ever there was a time where a third-party candidate could win, could it be when the other guy, drops out?
Yes,
I don't think why doesn't the news ever give people like that a chance? You know?
Are you outside?
He's here.
All right.
I'm gonna go get him. You're not gonna leave me here again.
He'll go.
Don't
get him.
do this to your fans.
Please, please leave Drew on. Please leave Drew on. But I'm saying, and I'll say this, and I'll say it loudly so they can hear me. Am I wrong to think that if they wanted to... Let me say something stupid first! Am I wrong to think...
Yep.
He's funnier than me. Every producer, I don't even like calling them that, because they're... Am I? All right, then. You couldn't hear him. There was a bip gone yup. Am I wrong to think or maybe this is just how fucked up the country is, because if ever there was a time to just have RFK Jr. move into the Democratic slot, right? But all of these politicians are living such lies, are acting like such fucking, useful idiots. No, we're the useful idiots. It's all theatrics, and they're all playing a role. They're all playing a part, and he committed to the bit. RFK committed to the bid. I've had it with the Democratic Party and what they've done. I don't want anything to do with them. It's like me. Ask me in a week. Maybe I changed my mind, Gavin. I'm kidding. But if fucking everyone really gave a fuck about the country, if everyone really... Let me check. Am I wrong to say... Drew, if everyone gave a fuck about the country, wouldn't RFK say, I know I said some bad things about the Democrats, but I can fix the Democratic Party. I'm going to step in, and they should have put him in instead of Kamala. But
I didn't hear what you said, but yeah, you're wrong.
I really thought I was so excited. I really thought I was. You guys know I'm right, okay? You guys know I'm right. Let me see. Somebody call in. Yeah, my number. Tell me I'm right.
Give me a second before you bring him. Okay?
There you go. Yeah. God, you handsome man. Am I wrong to say, and we'll get the guests in a sec because they know stuff. Look at this. Here we go. Here we go. Sliding in. Sliding. Oh, how good is life? But am I wrong to say, Drew, as long as you're there, and then we'll get the guest on, like, if they weren't all caught up in the political theater and all the bullshit, then RFK Jr. could be like, I'm stepping in for the Democratic Party. I come from a royal family of Democrats, and I know I said bad things about them, but I'm willing to admit that fucking maybe I was wrong or being stubborn, and we can fix this party. And if he did, am I wrong to think fucking Trump wouldn't have a chance? And this is where Trump's about to get fucked. And let's get that camera so Louie can shit on me. No, dude, I'm not rushing you. You're the pro. This is where Trump's about to get fucked, because he can't control himself, and every single thing he says against Kamala Harris, I'm going to make out with you. How are you, man?
Don't bring him in yet.
I've missed him.
I didn't even I'm such an idiot.
We were making funny.
We follow orders. I'm not in yet.
Hey.
Ah! How are you two?
Even though Confound Lady is no more, you're still dabbling about fucking nothing.
I am. How are you, Louie?
Oh, it's good. Yeah, this is great. Thank you. Instead of the smell of whiskey, it's the smell of fucking cat piss. It's fine. We're very happy to be here, Gino. It's good to see you.
We are thrilled to have you. Now, you're coming from a gig?
No, a mic, an open mic. I signed up 5th.
You're so genuine.
To try to get here on time, but apparently fucking it just takes forever. So 6:50. I was on at a 6 o'clock open mic.
Oh yeah, that's how that worked. But
You're boring everybody, faggot.
can you announce you're at Skankfest yet?
Yes. Yes.
Remember, he kept saying he was going to announce it, then someone come up, and then they shut down the studio. Now it's a month later. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you kept the secret so fucking secure, Gino.
Come on. I wanted to brag about you two. That's kind of good stuff, right?
Yeah, we're on Skankfest this year. It'll be great. It's going to be very fun, yeah. Way to sell it.
So we were talking politics. You're a political guy, right, Louie?
Oh, a fucking course. Literally want to or not around you. How many fucking glass of Thor roses is this?
Right now I'm on my second bouquet.
Yes, 27
my
roses.
second bouquet?
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I've been so lonely without you. This is only my second glass. I'm relaxed.
Yeah, okay, man.
All I'm saying, and this isn't politics. It is, but it's common sense, okay? There's no way you can vote for Kamala. There's no way.
No.
And this is not me being a dick. This is how fucked up the entire country is politically. Like, memes are the new political cartoons, right? And I saw a meme. It's The Office, one of The Office ones. You know, there's always the one where it's like it's the same picture, and there's always the one where Jim's pointing at the two boards.
Yeah.
And he's pointing at the top one. The people telling you that Kamala, you know, is fit to be the president are this week are the same people telling you last week that Joe Biden was. You know? And there's another one going around like, this is a woman that's going to be in charge of the world, and she didn't see the cognitive decline, and she did, but they'll deny it. She didn't see the cognitive decline of Joe Biden over the past 3 years, despite like, oh, I hang out with him all the time. You can't trust any of these people. And I'm not saying trust Trump, because trust me about Trump, every time he shits on Kamala, he's either going to sound like a racist or a misogynist. And he's going to shit on her because she's so easy to shit on. Speaking of shitting on people, you've been looking at porn? We haven't had the same in hot water, so it's...
I'm going to say, speaking of political memes and all that shit, I saw a really great Photoshop of some Indian lady shitting in the street. Can you guess whose face they put on that lady?
Frankie McDonald?
Oh, of course, yeah. More fuckable. But yeah, Kamala.
They put Kamala?
Yeah, and on a street shitting Indian, and then behind her there's a Kamala 2024 poster with shit stains on it.
Yeah, that seems
right to the point. But it doesn't matter if she's fit to rule or run or not. The people on the Democratic Party side are so of the opinion that Trump is Hitler and Trump is going to ruin democracy and that everything's Hitler that they don't care. They allow their party to break rules so they don't vote for Hitler.
Yeah, and all they did was break rules. They basically have Kamala, and she didn't get the delegates.
No.
They don't even know if... I don't even know... I'm going to be first. You know why I think I follow this? And I've said this earlier. I didn't say this, but I talked about it earlier. I don't care about the Olympics anymore. I used to love the Olympics. I can't follow basketball. Fuck hockey. Like I watch politics now to root for things.
Can I say something though?
Everybody's
fucking angry that they used drag queens in the opening ceremony.
We were going to talk about that.
But there's some of us who already know that the French are a bunch of fucking faggots. What'd you expect?
I don't mind if you're a faggot. I've said this before. I don't care if you're gay or normal, black or human, vaccinated or you can think for yourself. I don't care about any of those three things. But I care when some fucking drag queen feels the need to read to children at a school. Read at a library. We'll send my kid like, hey. But the second they're sending them to the schools, the second they use the word transphobe, fucking when you're talking, I have a problem with that. But if you're like, we were all in grade school, and I'm at the perfect age, 107, because when I was in grade school, it wasn't, you weren't, it was just getting to the point where it was almost okay to be gay. Okay?
Yeah.
But kids that were gay, you knew it, and they wouldn't say it. Okay? If this was 30 years before that, kids that were gay would grow up and they'd be like, I'm not gay, but you'd know they were gay. Okay? But when I was a kid, in the late 70s, early 80s, in grade school, I could tell you that Brian Herrera and Anthony Bruno, two gay guys, good friends of mine.
Nobody knew you were gay?
Shh. Come on, I gotta go.
His mouth and his asshole stayed shut.
When they were in grade school and in high school, they weren't allowed to be gay. It was the 70s, it was the 80s, so they'd act like they weren't gay. But when I saw them 10 years later, each one, different times, they went to different schools, like, this is my husband, this is my husband. And it wasn't an ounce of, oh my God, how do I tell him? And it wasn't an ounce of, oh, you better be sitting down. It was, hey, you know it's okay to be gay now, so I'm gonna, and that's why I have no problem with gay people. I have a problem with anyone that's like, oh, that guy's gay. What? I have no problem with people like, Gino follows politics, he's gay. Garrett and Steve call me all the time, apparently. I'm gay. I don't have a problem with that. But when you're sitting there mocking the Last Supper, I take that, and I am not some fucking crazy religious dude. Organized religion blows. But when you're doing that shit, and you're right, the frogs are all fags, but when you're doing that shit, that's an attack on Christianity. I'll say it again. I don't have a problem with the Jews. I really don't. I do a fucking shit ton of Jew jokes. It's gold. I can't thank you guys enough. But I have a problem, not with Jews, but any religion, any fucking atheist, that just attacks fucking, Christianity. Well, you're not allowed to attack Jews, but you can attack Christianity? Suck my dick, you frog faggots.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's safe. Also, by the way, Twitter did a great job finding out who the fat lady is. Guess what her early life biography says?
Please, do you really have an answer for this?
What do you think?
Wait.
You done?
By the way, the dude in the front, that's how I looked at the end of my show on Saturday night in where was I?
Why? Because you were sad?
His skin tone's a lot fucking healthier.
By the way, can you pan back a little so we can see that guy's balls? That guy's balls are hanging out.
That's awesome.
You see it? Look, no. Watch this. No, not his balls. Go. The guy over my head. Watch. There you go. Lift it straight up. Straight up. His balls. His balls right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Nope. You see it? Just over the pink. His balls were literally hanging out. This was an attack, a mocking of Christianity.
Must have been a hot night.
Yeah. And there was a kid there.
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on this other than it's awful. I guess that's an opinion. But why did they do this?
Well, I watched the whole, after seeing these screenshots, I was like, there's no fucking way they did this. And then I watched the whole thing, and the whole thing is nice until it gets to this. So I think half of them were like, listen, we got to roll back on all this fucking liberal shit because people are getting pissed. But then there's other people who are like, no, we got to put something in there. So this was the compromise. Half of it was tradition, and half of it is this.
Yeah, and they said it was some bacchanal or something. And who's the big-titted fucking animal?
A Jew! Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people in this who aren't Jewish, but it is interesting. They're like, yeah, they chose a big, fat Jewish lady.
That's just so...
It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Thank you.
And as somebody who participates in drag shows and knows a lot of drag queens and makes money off of drag shows...
Sure.
It works better as an underground thing. Like, it's supposed to be a counterculture. It's supposed to be this weird artistic thing. Just bringing it into the mainstream, it's just cheap. First of all, it cheapens it. And second of all, it's just like, this on an HD screen, this doesn't look good. This is good in a fucking packed out, weird bar. And it's an experience. Like, this is not what drag was meant for.
House of Yes would have loved this party, right? If you've ever been there.
Yeah.
But drag shows were never meant to be brought into the mainstream. Like, it's okay to be in drag and have that be a whole thing. But drag shows were meant to be raunchy and wild and stuff like that.
The whole fucking point is that these drag queens are like circus clowns for gay people and women, and they tell jokes about dicks, and they have balloons with their assholes on them. Like, it's the whole fucking point. If it's not dirty or bawdy, there's no reason. Also, for drag queen story time, I can see.
Please.
There's one that I saw where it's like they dressed up in this ornate. I can see if it's just like a dress and like a gown. It's like they look like Glinda the Good Witch and they're reading Goodnight Moon. All right. Because that's no different than a clown. But then I saw a video of one that was like, if you're a drag queen and love Palestine, clap your hands. And all the kids are clapping. When you get into these weird-ass books that are pushing something, that's when it's fucking disgusting.
I think it's disgusting. Like, when you put it that way, it even solidifies my stance. And I'm with you. It's like, if we're at a party, hey, we're going to a bar, it's a bunch of drag queens. Trust me, I'd get drunk. I wouldn't be yelling, look at this fag. I'd be like, this is great.
Hey, Gino, introduce Jake and Louie again.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know them. They'll be at the upcoming Skankfest this October. Please welcome Jake and Louie, everyone.
Hi, faggots. Die.
By the way, there's a window if you need some air.
Oh, that's fucking great. Can you jump into that goddamn river, Gino? Tell us all about all the fucking misery.
That's the river of iniquity, isn't it? It's right there. That's the river of iniquity, right by my abacus.
Iniquity is even too much of the fucking stretch.
As I was saying, if I'm at a party with those people, great. But watch this. How come we don't get to do in hot water story time with kids? How come I can't go to a fucking grade school fucking with Jake and Louie fucking talking about pissing in bottles and trannies, me fucking sitting there talking about throwing a bag of shit out the window, and then we close with Steven Garrett doing the sucking on a chili dog video? Why? Because we're dudes, we're artists, because kids don't need to be subjected to that fucking shit. Yeah, but you don't know what's going on out there. How dare you? How dare you be like, yeah, well, their parents might not want them to know what a drag queen is. Good.
Yeah, like
Good.
7 years old. Any kid going to a story time and is hyped about it doesn't need to know what a drag queen is or who a gay person is. You learn that at like 11 or 12 when you get the internet.
11 or 12.
I mean, shit, you learn it early. It's there if you want it, but it's the forcing of it.
You're a child of the internet. When's the first time you like really saw the internet porn?
It started
Louie,
out.
How you doing, buddy?
Fuck you. He's a ventriloquist too. Can you believe it? Listen,
He made him talk.
It was on an LG Lotus flip phone that I
Come
had.
on,
My
stop
first
it.
cell phone, an
Stop
LG
it.
Lotus flip phone. Google it, folks. And it
I wanna
was
see that, Drew,
at
when you get a
first
sec.
it was YouTube. YouTube used to have a thing where
Stop
you can
it.
look up porny categories, and they'd be like the foreplay of the
Is
porn.
that right, Louie?
Absolutely. I saw him jerk off many times. Fucking 3 came to 3 months until he actually jerked off, which is true. But yeah, they would have.
Keanu misses you too, by the way. She's a big fan.
Well, yeah, dinner on fucking you. She'll miss anybody. A fucking ratted pit bull.
She
The
loves-
fucking there in the woods. Anybody.
She loves you too. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
And yeah, it is a flip, and they would have like the foreplay dialogue on YouTube. Like I would always have teacher-student scenarios. I love looking those
On
up.
YouTube. On what is it again? The LG what?
The LG Lotus. It was a flip phone. Yeah, and it was just
There's no way.
It was just the teacher talking sexy to the student. One of them, the student she was like, you're in detention, so you have to massage my feet. And so he massaged her feet, and he just went up her legs, up until like the upper thigh, and dude, that drove me fucking crazy. And I think like 3 months after that, pre-coming in my pants, like just not getting hard and not knowing what to do with it, it was 3 months until I actually like jerked off. And I didn't even know that coming was a thing. I discovered coming on my own.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, I hope your fucking dad didn't help you.
Too?
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, it's weird too because I had seen a actual videotape porn of Deep Throat or whatever. I was way too young to really understand
and
it,
your porn
and
is all over
in
the
there
place.
there was even just the ads at the beginning, the previews were like just cum shots on people's face. I didn't know what they were doing or whatever. But then, like you were saying, when I actually jerked it for the first time, I was like, something's about to happen.
Yeah.
And then it happened, and I was like, what?
And dude, and during the lead up, I think something's gonna happen because it just builds because you didn't.
Yeah, I've been there.
Well, it was before.
To be honest, I've jerked off, guys. I hate to blow that.
Maybe
for
you forget, but before you start clenching your legs, before you start gearing up, it's just soft. Your legs, you're just doing that. And I thought, this is so good. I'm just going to, I think I heard about coming. It's like, even if I do, I'm going to keep doing this because this feels good.
Right.
But as soon as I came, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that now.
Yeah,
I'm just going to clean up and fucking.
The immediate
Dude,
hatred.
I remember I'd be like, all right, I'm not doing this again for at least 2 weeks. And I thought if I did it more than every 2 weeks, then I was like a degenerate.
Well, technically, we
If I
are.
could
We're
get
just-
back to that schedule.
Technically, we are degenerates for doing it more than every like 2 weeks. It's just too normalized now.
Really?
weird.
Yeah, it destroys you. You all in hot water fans. Fucking, you all know my dick didn't work for a while. Jocelyn, Chia, and Zia fucking talked to me about my dick not working.
What was it again? Porn-induced
Porn-induced erectile dysfunction.
PIED.
Like the same thing, like if a girl uses a vibrator for too long, then she has a harder time coming from just like penis or whatever.
No, because that's even bullshit. Because they can still lay on their backs and fucking squirt some lube in there and go, ooh, ah.
Yeah.
As a man, if you don't get hard,
I'm like,
nothing's
yeah,
going on.
What he said. Yeah.
I don't got to worry about that. But yeah, it's fucking, yeah, but now I dried myself off a good amount. I fuck my girlfriend now. It's great.
Yeah, you're all back, right?
Yeah.
Because you were always saying you were trying to edge. You were doing some edging, right? Wasn't that your story?
Yeah. Hours of edging. And that fucks you up a lot. Because that's so not like sex. Like just jerking off and getting it out there. It's like, oh,
So you were doing it on purpose. You were edging edging is not coming. You were doing it because, like, if I don't come, it'll help me.
No, if I don't come, it just feels good. It's no thought of fixing anything. Like edging is really bad for you. Don't edge, kids.
I don't think I could if I wanted to.
Yeah, kids don't age, and please, anybody else, don't age kids.
I just can't imagine being like, all right, now I'm not going to come. This is about to feel so good, I'm going to stop here. No. No one does that.
You don't know it until you try it. You don't know until you've tried
Then
it.
I'm never going to know because I'm never going to try it. Never going to know.
Orion.
Orion's dream.
Take it.
My wife fakes it all the time.
That means she loves you, Orion.
Oh, there you go. Ooh, look, I liked it. Look at my little face pop up in the heart. That's so cute. He caught the bullet with his ears. How far back in the chat is that?
Not too far.
It's good to see Patrick P in the chat.
Mad Chatter says Drew is high. Blah, 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 blah. There we go.
Ah, push up.
Jake and Louie 2024 with a fucking trans flag. You pieces of shit.
Is that what that is?
It's the trans flag.
Why is that? Why are baby colors the trans flag?
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it?
That shouldn't be.
Well, I guess
That's like the color of a baby blanket in the hospital.
Yeah, but there's also a pedophile flag, which I'm sure is not officially sanctioned, but it has like kid-like colors. It's really
Well, that makes sense.
There's
If
a-
you're telling me that's a pedophile flag, I get it.
no, it's not. No, they wouldn't have an emoji of that.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, because
I wouldn't put it past them now.
Somebody has to design it and put it on a website. Listen, the T is causing a lot of trouble for the rest of us. Okay,
The T?
the T in the LGBT.
Oh, really?
It's causing trouble for a lot of us.
The trans? They have to ruin the Olympics? Do they?
It's not even them. It's the fucking, hey, let's put drag queens in the opening ceremony because we don't have creativity that's not based on a fucking thing that makes me
You
come.
could be You could have done that entire thing without it being fucking trans people in the Last Supper. It's like they're trying to send a message. It is the end of times. I'm sorry. I find it's the end of. Although the French are all fucking goofy. I didn't bring that fruit fly in here. Drew's gonna say I did.
No, it's fine. I brought it in here just to fuck with you.
Also-
the best part of the Olympics was the ceremony was the Gojira show, right? Did you watch that?
The what?
Gojira is a French metal band that is awesome. They took over this whole building with fire and crazy. They had somebody coming in on like a Viking ship and stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, that
I'll
was
pull
good.
some
Yeah.
footage.
Although I didn't like the Marie Antoinette thing right before that. People are like, "Why is there somebody with their head cut off?" And they're like, "It's Marie Antoinette." It's like that's still kind of morbid. It's like if the Russians had their own opening ceremony and it was just Tsar Nicholas and his family with bullet holes in them. It's like I get that's your history, but that's pretty dark.
I had no what night the opening. It was like Friday afternoon. Now that I'm thinking about right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, but I'm sure it was the replay. I had no desire to watch it. I'll say it again.
Hey, you should at least watch our entrance because it's badass.
No, because LeBron James carried the flag.
Yeah. Did he do something?
He knelt for the national anthem.
Oh, yeah,
If
that's
you
dumb.
don't like, you can't be more fucked up as a country than we are when that happens. I don't know what's more ass backwards: hosting an Olympics and putting on a fucking tranny show. I mean it, or having a guy that sat there and convinced everyone to get vaccinated, which is against the Constitution of America, freedom of choice, and fucking knelt during the national anthem.
What's your point?
He's the least representative of Americans. He really is.
Maybe this is his atoning for it. Maybe there's a trend. Maybe.
You don't atone for what you did. And if you atone, you make sure you atone prior to the Olympics and say, here's why I like to carry the flag. Not because I'm liberal. Thank God, because I was about to fucking eloquently say a word with 2 G's in the middle. Thank God
Bigger.
I fucking gobbled that down. Because you don't get to say, I'm LeBron James and I deserve it. You don't deserve shit. He's a fucking piece of garbage with 2 G's. boat. Yeah, I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, I mean, before the drag thing, it was all right. And then they had, what was the blue guy was supposed to be like Dionysius? Somebody pointed out.
Dionysus?
Like Dionysus or some shit. It's like, why is he on the table of the Last Supper?
Speaking of Olympics, did you see friend of In Hot Water, Jim Stansel had a tweet that's kind of going viral?
Is it a suicide video?
Say it again. Jim Stansel.
Sorry, I was looking up Twitter. Yeah, can you go to Stansel's Twitter? He literally put out a tweet that said, wait, and Anthony retweeted it with some stuff on it, but he said, you know, between the gay drag show and now we wait to watch women's volleyball and the beach volleyball, they're wearing long pants. And no one wants to see that. Oh. No one wants to see long pants on it. And he tweeted that. Actually, there was an article someone sent. You got it? Let's see. Look at this. I waited 4 years for fucking pants. Enough is enough. Olympic Games. Go back. Look at what do you kids say? The ratios?
Oh yeah, the ratio.
Like, look at the pictures. Look at that. Fucking 7.4 million views.
Wow.
1,000
job,
retweets.
Stansel.
Yeah, fucking stance, man. Anthony was one of the people that retweeted, and he put another thing on it. But yeah, can we zoom in on the picture? It's terrible. Is it? Maybe it's cold in France? No.
Dude, I was watching. Maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough, but I was at the gym today, and low key brag, and I was watching on one of the TVs volleyball. I thought they were wearing shorts.
Maybe they were. Maybe this was just one cold event.
Come on, though. But did you see that one? I forget what fucking thing it was. There was one guy who did a camera angle where it's literally just these big booty cheeks.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? It's the most delicious thing I've ever seen in the Olympics.
Now that I like. Now, again, I have not watched 1 minute of the Olympics. Do we know the medal count?
I haven't gotten that hard since the Munich Olympics.
Because of the Jews.
They all died.
Do we have a medal count for the Olympics, or you find something else, buddy?
I'm finding everything.
He's finding cheeks, man.
Oh, you gotta
I was looking for the cheeks, but here's the.
Because he sweeps right under the woman, and it's amazing.
Japan, I put it on the other day. Actually, that's not true. I'm in the hotel room the other day between gigs, and they're ping pong. Ooh, what did you have? Did you find the picture?
Oh.
Ping pong I was watching. And apparently America advanced in ping pong. Look, this is exactly what I said earlier. Like, look at the medal count. We have more medals than anyone. They're all bronze and silver. 3 gold, 8 silver, 9 bronze.
Doesn't that represent America, though?
Yeah, we're willing to settle.
We're all winning medals, but none of them gold.
Yeah, no real winners.
Hey, it's not even that. It's the fact that, listen, we're not getting, we have like the second or third best people, but we got a fuck ton of them, and we're going to take home more weight than you are.
America, we're incredibly above average.
As long as I think the last time I checked, Australia was above China, and I just like seeing that because they hate each other. And
Australia and China hate each other?
Well, Australia hates China because they keep sending Chinese people over, and they're just, it's like migrants here. They're just flooding them with Chinese, and the Australians don't like them, so it made me happy to see the Australians beating them.
I like that. I mean, I like that they hate that. I don't wish ill will on them. I just like that they're hating the people who are coming in.
The fucking Irish, if you talk about the Irish yet, burning down migrant centers that are being built.
I love it.
They're burning them down, and dude, there's one I saw that where it was destroyed, and then on the fucking wall it said, "Any workmen seen repairing this will be shot." Dude, the Irish are not fucking around.
Yeah, they don't fuck around. They're not fucking around. They drink.
You know who else doesn't fuck around?
Who doesn't fuck around?
Solid camera people.
Dude, this is...
Oh. Okay, let me tell you something.
Fucking hell.
I called this a litmus test. If you look at that and aren't doubly aggravated by the drag queen show, okay? They're sneaking. Let me tell you the difference. Keep that up. Let me tell you the difference between the opening ceremonies and what I'm about to close in on with my own little ceremony. They have to sneak this in. Yep. This is normal. This is normal. A dude cameraman saying,
this is the voice of the people.
This, you have your head up your ass? Yeah.
Please,
hold on, I'll be right back.
Right after you work out.
The Colin. Hello. I'm going to say this. This is something, you understand what we're talking about? Like, oh, I can't believe they got away with this. No, I can't believe they got away with putting a fat Jew tranny at the Last Supper. This is normal. This guy should get a goddamn whatever you win for good camera work. A Drew wouldn't know that.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Drew, you get what I did, Drew?
He's looking at his guns.
Hold on. I want to see if I can, I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
God, that's fantastic.
It is. That's the voice of the people. I don't. Is this even?
That's the voice of the people.
Is this even the Olympics, or is this Euro Championship Munich?
What is the story about some guy in Taiwan that was a DEI hire and he fell flat on his back? Did anyone see that? Like, it's been going around. Well, where'd the ass go?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
What are we looking for?
That forever.
Ass.
Just put, I forget, the Taiwanese games are going on right now, apparently, which is another reason I thought, like, that's got to be made up. Like, the only thing going on now are the Olympics. But apparently some Taiwanese diver that they're saying was a DEI hire, whatever the fuck you call it, he went to do a dive and, he just flat on his back. He scored a 0.
Ooh, that's probably gonna hurt too. Also, yeah, what a fucking.
Can we get one more pass around on this and then we'll...
Yeah, let it loop.
Can we just loop around one more time on the asses, Drew?
And how stubborn do you have to be Taiwan to be like, no, our games are right now?
Oh my God. Kiss. Look at that Swiss chocolate.
That's crazy.
Swiss chocolate.
God.
That's fantastic. That is Drew. What? Shut up, Louie. Drew, what did you Google to find this?
Oh, I googled booty Olympics.
I googled. I need
You
the
did
tongue
not,
right
did you?
now.
I had to add a butt in there, and I had to switch it over to Reddit, the regular.
I
Chrome
love it.
didn't love it, but yeah, found.
Dude, those fucking uniforms. All right, stop it, then. You're getting fucking weird.
Oh my God. I'm getting cum sick. All right, whatever. But yeah, this is not something you should be. Well, I mean, it is. It's what we're doing here is we're just creeps. But I mean,
This is how you get viewership when you're fucking broadcasting sports on TV. Like this, that's how you fucking get people.
did you say Olympic cameraman understood his assignment?
Oh, yeah.
That's what that said. So apparently the Taiwanese games, and it's not important. It just came up in conversation. Like a couple people sent it to me, and I heard someone else say it. Taiwanese games, just put Taiwanese diver scores 0. I guarantee it comes up.
But what is a DEI hire in Taiwan?
That's why I wasn't saying you got to hear this story. I was basically saying, have you heard this story? And I was hoping one of you'd be like, oh yeah, like they made him a diver. It can't be true.
He's black.
No, he's I think he's just a dumb gay. You can't find it. It's not, okay. I mean, if you couldn't, I wouldn't have been surprised. I gave you very little to work with, Druseldorf.
Yeah, Chinkthal's on back.
I wasn't even that specific. That probably would have came up quicker.
He gets to say that he comes in one.
A lot of these.
Does it say anything about the DEI bullshit?
Nah, hold on one second. Let me.
There's no way they have
It's
that
just
over
showing
there.
me a lot of really good dives.
No.
Stand by. Talk amongst yourselves.
So you did a mic? Oh, how was... Stop it. I'm so dumb. This weekend, you were with our boy Rich Carucci.
Yeah.
You were with fucking...
Greg Giraldo Jr.
Yeah, and somebody else?
Nope, that was it. Us three, we fucking trekked out a 7.5
Were
hour
you
drive.
at... Don't tell me the name of the place. Oh, Crackpots.
Yes.
With a K.
Yes.
Okay, how was it?
It was fucking great. It's good to be back in like a brick and mortar actual fucking comedy club.
Fuck yeah.
With a giant bar in it and like good seating and lighting and sound. You would fucking love it. You would
Yeah,
fucking
I
love it.
keep mentioning it to Rich. Here it is.
That hurt real bad.
Watch
right?
this.
That's a Filipino diver. He landed flat
He scored
on
it.
his
Look at him.
back
He's
trying
really
his
trying.
fourth
Look at
dive
him.
in the men's 3-meter springboard. Have mercy. Yes, have mercy. But
Look at him.
no, the
He
judge
released
did
a little
not.
too
He gave
early.
it a
Fuck.
0.
Oh, wait,
And
that's
his
a
teammate
different
didn't fare
dive.
any better. He hit the water with his feet first.
What are they
He
saying?
also got a 0. Wonder what kind of training goes into that kind of diving.
Okay, so it wasn't DEI, or they'd never show it on... That was on the Today Show?
Would it be DEI if it's in Taiwan?
Well, he said he was Filipino.
Meaning...
Like he's a different type of Asian. So I mean, I guess if they have DEI in Taiwan, then they give Filipinos a better chance. Honestly, it just he looks. I don't know anything about diving, but he looks like he released his stance too early. He thought he was like a half a foot ahead of where he was.
That was an old clip. Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, they're always fucking up. I
Wait,
guess.
did he have a... Yeah. He's fucking... You'd think they'd be good at going in on a slant... Nothing. Too easy.
All those nat skills, fucking no room for anything else.
You'd think they could do an equation so they can go in at a perfectly right angle.
Dishonor.
They went in at the wrong angle because they're Asians. Nothing?
Did the Jews take it off the internet?
It would appear. That should be the new
Let
logo.
me keep hunting though.
What's that?
I'm gonna keep hunting though.
You keep looking, Drew. So, crackpots?
It was great. It was great.
I take it Carucci headlined.
Oh, of course, yeah. And he destroyed
Carucci
as usual.
is a fucking great comedian. Like, I think people don't realize it. I shouldn't say don't realize it, but, I think people are just like, he's a fun, like me. I would think that, it's just a fun guy. No, Carucci's really good.
Yeah, he'll do 40 minutes solid of crowd work, and it all just fucking kills. I've never seen anybody kill consistently like he has. It's just because he started, people don't know him just because he started late.
Yeah, and he's too nice. Like, he doesn't, he'll talk to you at a bar for 3 hours before you find out he's a comedian. And then you'll be like, well, that makes sense, because I've been laughing nonstop for 3 fucking hours. But yeah.
But he gets shit done. He gets shit done.
He does. I was working with him the day that Trump got shot. I had a gig with him in a parking lot at a strip club under a tent. Flamingos, right next door to where we performed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. It was had by all.
It was very fun. Me and Greg Giraldo, we're going to go back next year with our own show. It's going to be fun.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
How big is Crackpots?
It's fucking big, and they wall it off with a certain area, but if they need to seat more, they can. It's big. Like, it's its own place. Which I know people are probably thinking out there like, oh, what is it? It's like, no, in New York, nothing is ever its own place.
No.
It's always something else. Even Jersey, like Laugh It Up and the Dojo. Like, it's in something else, even though those are amazing rooms with killer headliners.
Yeah.
This place it's fucking huge. It's its own place. It's got food and everything. $2 beers.
What are we doing here,
Gino
Drew?
is signing the fucking papers right now.
What are we doing here? $2 beers. And did you drove there?
Yep, 7.5 hour drive.
It's not that bad.
But then there's an Airbnb like 2 minutes from they have an Airbnb that's 2 minutes from
and they put you up there?
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful, too. Yeah, I was expecting, what is an Airbnb in, not Cleveland, but in Ohio. It's fucking beautiful.
Speaking of driving, I was telling this story today. I don't know. Drew, you have a car? No. Have you had one?
I've owned and driven cars, yes.
Forgive my ignorance.
He has a dildo with a wheel on it.
I don't have one now, though.
But I'm saying, we are driving to Pennsylvania, so it's 150 miles, whatever. And we're driving from Friday, we drive to Scranton. Saturday, we drive to Hershey, and then we drive back. Halfway on the drive Friday, check engine light goes on. And you know what I mean, Drew? I don't care who you are. When I'm driving with the check engine light on, I just feel like white trash. And I know I'm a piece of garbage, but it's like, and so then
what
I wake
about when you're driving with just the gas is almost empty light on, but you don't even stop at a gas station?
No, that's Kramer. That's the game. That's the game. Like, I fucking get 35 miles a gallon. Fucking I got the Sonic, and what it does is you see the mileage, and then when it gets below 30, it says low. And then when the light goes on, actually the light goes on first that you need gas. And then when you get below 30 miles, it says low, just LO. There's no number of how many miles are left. And that's when you know you got 30, 35 miles, and you play that fucking game.
Fascinating story, Grandpa. Literally, the check engine...
He started it.
The fucking check engine light is how you decide that you're light trash. It's not the fucking grease-stained headbands or the fucking dollared vodka you drink.
Nope. Neither of those.
Jesus Christ.
Neither one. Would you believe it's a check engine light, Louie?
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, push-ups 23.45s. $2 says Louie. Call Gino and tell him he's gay.
You're gay. He probably did that because
he's gay.
But that is it. I feel like because then I'm like, well, you know what? I'll get up early Saturday before we get on the road to Hershey. I'll take it by a service station. I'm like, I don't feel like doing. Plus, I was so hungover, so I don't do that, right? So now I'm driving 120 miles. With the check engine light on, I'm like, if this car breaks down, I'm fucking a hobo. I'm a piece of shit.
Not avoiding avoidable disasters, the Gino Descanti story.
And somehow and then Sunday I wake up, I was like, well, now we're gonna press our bet the whole way, and we're gonna drive home.
That was just you waking up.
And I'm hungover again. I got so drunk this weekend. I'm hungover again. I'm like, all right, let's go for it. And we got to get home fast because the cable guy was coming because our cable, maybe I'm just white trash. But at any rate, we made it. So tomorrow I'm getting the check engine light fixed.
Another story that has no fucking ending to it. It just teeters out. Much like Gino himself.
Let's just give a shout out real quick to WJS. Drew, flip the high pass filter on Gino's mic. He keeps slamming the table crazy low and rumble. I have taken the lows out.
Oh, I thought it was better
Gino,
at slamming it. I apologize.
need you to know that you gotta keep that mic on the table and maybe a little bit less of that. Okay. I'll give you a whole nother rag just to pat down when you
No,
hit
it was my hand, WJS. Like, you're right.
But thank you. We
Tell
love
Drew-
that kind of feedback because we don't know. We're not watching it from
You
out
should
there.
be telling Drew to flip on me, period, and say,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
And while we're here, let's talk about push-ups again. Says Jake learned all about Versailles in his favorite book.
I actually just got a new edition of it yesterday in the mail.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because the one that I have is like a museum piece. Like, I don't feel comfortable touching it.
How many Mein Kampfs do you need?
I have 2 currently. But historically, I've had 3. Just one got lost in a move, and I never had read it.
Wouldn't it be great in fucking Thank you. Hold on.
You're a fucking
I'm gonna-
trapeze
I'm gonna
artist.
start wearing mittens like they do it. Like the shit they wear in baseball now. You don't care. They wear sliding gloves. I'm gonna start wearing those. I'm just gonna wrap my. Drew, can I have a couple ice cubes as long as you're up?
already ahead
I
of
got
you,
it
buddy.
last time. I'm not being bossy.
I'm already ahead of you. Jake, you want anything?
Can we order a fucking pizza? We got money. We're good through it.
I can order us a pizza.
Do.
You don't have to do that whole big order like you do every
Tell me you missed me a little bit.
Of course.
I got you. Put that away.
I'm sad that I couldn't do the
I got you.
flamingos.
I got you. The super. We made. What is 70% of $16? We're good.
We have to start doing shows not during dinner time. Everybody that comes through here is like, are we eating or what?
Yeah. I love it.
And fucking, I was gonna surprise you at Flamingos. Carucci asked me, but I was already booked that
No,
night. It was
don't don't tell me that because now I'm mad.
I know I was already booked. I
Keanu
couldn't-
wasn't there,
I
so
couldn't get
I
there.
probably got. I'm like Jake and Louie came. She's like, what? She almost went to Flamingos. This is how much fucking Keanu loves fucking Carucci and all you guys. It was her bachelorette party, and she was this close. She's like, oh. Imagine a woman. This is how I love her. She's like, I'm like, yeah, we're doing Carucci's on thing. She's like, okay, it's my bachelorette party. Not like I can't. She's like, I guess I gotta go to my bachelorette party, which she had a blast, but I thought that was so cute.
My girlfriend's been on vacation. She's in Hawaii with one of her friends.
Go on.
And fucking the whole time, I get text like, I miss you. She calls me. It's like, how are you doing? It's like, you're the one on fucking vacation supposed to be doing shit, and you're calling me. Yeah. Brag some
that's
more.
adorable.
Virgin for 26 years and 6 months of activity. You think you're hot shit. Hope you fucking die.
By the way, as long as I'm ordering Italian food. Oh wait, you were gonna say something, Drew. I know your face.
As long as you're ordering Italian food, I don't have to say anything. I'm a
No,
happy guy.
I was. Speaking of friends of the show, which you guys are, a fan sent me this. I sent you the link. Mario Bosco's Instagram page. Is anyone else here curious what Mario Bosco's been up to? Come on now.
I think one thing Mario is up to, that we'll be up to with Luby on Friday,
Go on.
is summer comedy at the backstop.
Oh, that's Friday,
Yeah.
right?
At the Bullseye, I said backstop. That's fucking in Las Vegas from years ago. I'm fucking retarded. But yeah, the Bullseye's pub outside on the patio where me, Luby, Mario Bosco, and Conti and Kenny.
Conti and Kenny.
Yeah.
Steve Conti and Garrett Kenny?
I have no fucking idea. I fucking don't remember their names.
You want Mario Bosco?
How about- Here's what what do you want? A pizza with mushroom and bacon or a pizza with pepperoni and 8 mozzarella sticks?
Why is it those 2 fucking options? Are you an autistic? Do you just have certain things you can eat?
Because it's a special and I just want to order it fast. I'm just
it's got-
pepperoni is all right.
It's got to be a square pizza, not a round pizza.
By the way,
Otherwise
what
I freak out.
pizzeria are you getting this from?
Oh, let's give him a plug. Susano's.
Okay, good. As long as it's not Domino's or Pizza Hut or some
No,
shit. Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
no.
You're a true lot.
Yeah, we're gonna do the mushroom and bacon. We crave the mushroom and bacon, right?
I love it.
If you want,
Do you want the pepperoni instead? He's the guest, Drew.
We really don't care.
Yeah. Do you want the pepperoni?
Yeah.
Every time
Oh,
pizza
okay,
gets
dude,
ordered
I love
over
it
here,
then.
Yeah, every time pizza gets ordered over here, it's a mad dash to just do it while we're talking about other stuff. I don't think anybody cares, particularly one way or the other. But then Chino winds up ordering a fucking Last Supper feast of like everything, which is
Yeah,
great.
trannies sit around.
Have you heard Gino's health and light these last fucking supper? Less trannies though.
Hold on. All right, so the Mario Bosco thing somebody sent me, because we all worry what call, don't buzz. Hold on.
Nice JTAG.
What's that?
Usually it.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Did I do that?
No, that's not you. That's.
How could you have fucking done it?
I don't understand.
You're all the way over here. How could you have done that?
You're this close to getting the bacon and mushroom pizza. I swear to you, Louie. I mean, Jake.
You can't. He's unmuzzled now. Just kidding. I'm not fucking.
That's so weird. Usually when
Yeah, that looks fine. What do you mean?
Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that was so weird that it did that because it usually does that just in the preview window, so it doesn't waste video memory.
There you go. Ordered, buddy. Love you, man.
Thank you.
All right, so as you know, Mario Bosco, a stand-up comedian, and I believe his bit is, am I wrong to say this? It's taxed really Italian.
It's very Italian. It's very, very Italian.
But
Brooklyn, yeah.
Am I wrong to say, Drew? The perfect example, Drew, you're part Italian, right?
I'm a big part Italian.
Yeah, why don't people know that? Do you don't run around doing the thing?
I don't run around declaring anything. It's my nose that they see, and they're like, ugh.
Panic. Hold on.
His
panic.
nose hit the button.
All right, let's page up, followed by Gina Mosconi. All right, page up, because he does a... Oh, wait, no, go down a sec. Oh, God. Wait.
Stories?
Yeah. No, not stories. Not story.
Jesus,
Oh,
who the
my
Hey,
God.
guys.
Well, maybe
I'm
stories.
hanging out with this guy here, and it's going
This is-
real great.
This is Paul Garizzo.
Don't you have a middle, like on the Instagram page? Go back to the main page, unless you want to look at more stories. Like no one's. Can you turn up the volume a little?
have
so
a
we can-
nice
I can
time.
do everything. That's up, and here's this, and a middle. You want
He's
me to
got
find
20.
the middle?
He's got 28,000 followers.
Dude, Italians are like fucking Hispanics. They find a comedian
here.
that talks only about that,
Right.
and they fuck it forever. They love it forever. Fucking what's his face? Sabatini. Not, who's the fucking the Dago who
Maniscalco?
fucking? Yeah, Sebastian.
Sabatino.
Yeah.
What
Oh, I
the
was
fuck is
hanging
Sabatino?
out.
Same fucking shit.
It's not Louis.
It's all Mussolini sucking faggots.
Okay, fine. So yeah, Maniscalco gets.
Maniscalco, anybody who does, Joe Matarese before he completely fizzled out.
I think Joe.
Maniscalco, I'm eating a monacotta. It's so good because I'm an Italian.
But the problem with Joe Matarese is exactly that he's funny and he doesn't need a gimmick. He shouldn't be trying to do. He should just be telling his jokes. He's got some of the best. He does a joke, and I'll try it. I'll probably get it wrong, but it's so funny. He has an old joke where he goes, he was dating an English girl, right? And she goes, Joe, and it's going to be awful with the accent, but she goes, Joe, I think I know why I like you. It's because you're stupid. and then she goes, no, don't take that as an insult. Where I come from, it's a compliment because she's from England and stupid means fun. I'm doing it anyway.
That's not a good fucking joke, man.
No, that's
You are not making a good case to this bipolar idiot.
It's the setup. You ready for the punch? And then he looks at her. He goes, oh, I think I know why I like you. He goes, it's because you're a whore, a stupid whore. Then he says, don't take that the wrong way. That's a compliment in Jersey.
Podontis.
At least this took away attention from my terrible Maniscalco impression.
It's funny. No.
Like I said, Italians will latch on to a fucking comic who puts a big Italian flag behind him. It's just, it is what it is. They're like Hispanics.
See, I don't. Drew doesn't.
Yeah, but you guys don't live in fucking. You're not garbage collectors.
Yeah.
Getting babysitters for the kids.
Don't you understand? I'm Italian. Like people that use it as an excuse.
What is obviously no stop. Obviously
We got to go to the Avanti group or whatever that is.
No, the one to the right of the Avanti group, right? Whatever that is with the apron, right? We got to look at this.
Hey, you guys! I'm out here in the pizza parlor.
We can't hear it.
This
It's
is
muted.
This toddler's
Oh,
jacket
you're
is still
doing it.
too
I'm
big.
sorry, Drew.
Hey, you guys!
He's got.
Type of oven, which is the classic Napolitan, old-fashioned wood oven.
That's good.
Delicious.
Look at the prosciutto on there. What's the name of this place? I want to fucking go.
Milanese style.
All right, here's my. He's at the Forza Cafe, Napoli. Everything delicious. All right, here's my. What is he? Is he eating all this food?
Yeah, it's a sponsorship.
It's the flavor that I love in it.
And it fucking works because I'm going to go here. When my girlfriend gets back,
Do
I'm
the
taking her
talking
here.
mouth, Drew.
When you have a certain amount of followers, you can just walk up to these people and be like, "Hey, can I do something here? I have 20,000 followers or whatever." and they'll be like, sure, do whatever you want, have a free meal, post about it, tag us.
He's not even eating the right. No one. You don't put chocolate on a cannoli. Anyone that does that is fucking with you.
It's to hold the strawberry on, Gino. What are you?
You don't put a
fucking
strawberry
peasant?
on a cannoli. It's just the fucking crust and the fucking cannoli cheese. Hey, Louie. At any rate, go back. There's one I wanted to see, or I could send you the link to it. No, we're not.
Guys, I'm here at the festival with the eggplant, and I'm getting one from this guy. Hey, does this eggplant have any eggs in it? No? Can you plant it in my mouth for me?
I eat 20 tons of food a week, sponsored, but I still wear 3T.
Come on.
Hey, good for him. You know, he's working.
Seriously, like, I can't cast shade on him at all. He's got more followers than I'll ever have.
I think it's insane.
Fucking eating food. Fair. This is delicious.
Yeah.
And he changing.
He's a pretty nice guy, too.
Like 3 different people have texted me looking for the fucking name of the fucking runner with the big ass. I don't know.
Go back, screenshot it, and Google it. What are you doing asking Gino? He didn't even know it existed.
Where is? Oh, here it is. No.
Look up "need to come now." It'll
Go back
show
to
up.
his Instagram, one sec, Drew, if you can. He was in an Italian fucking spelling bee.
Hey, guys, I'm here with an Italian spelling bee, and every word ends with A.
It's basically what they did. Like they couldn't. It's the second tab over. It's the reels.
For the gold medal,
Like
please
the
spell fascisti.
Go to the top and then click on the. There it is. Okay, page down. Page down.
I'm just going to do it. Just going to do it live
There it is.
so everybody knows.
The guy with the guy spelling. And get
Spelling
ready
Italian
to
words.
turn the sound on. Get ready to pause it. You ready?
M-O.
Pause it.
That's too quick.
Too late. He was supposed to spell mozzarella. He put an E in it.
Okay.
There's no E in it?
How do you spell mozzarella?
No. The E was
No,
right.
how do you spell it?
With an E, but he spelled it. He did. Excuse me, I said it wrong. He put one E in it. He spelled it mozzarella. Look, hit play.
A-L-L-A.
That's irrelevant.
All right, Joe could steal the point
For the
right here.
steal.
Pignoli.
Pignoli, pin, P-I-N,
Yoli.
I-O-L-A, I don't know.
Pinioli. Now pause it a sec. Let me explain. Is it hard to pause? Now, do you understand? Like these are two guys. That they just want to act so guinea, but they're not.
But no, they're extremely guinea because
They're
they can't
not-
fucking spell.
No.
Being Guinea and being Italian are almost the opposite.
You're exactly right. Like I'm Italian. I am. I'm not a guinea. Like if you ask me, like I did have it. I unironically wore a wife beater around the house for the longest time, just to have. When I was skinny, I had a wife beater.
Is this like fucking Jamaicans and Haitians pretending they're not the same fucking thing?
A guinea is a guy like he can't spell Pignoli. Now watch. A guinea is go back to where you left off, and they're like, no, we're gonna ask you to spell some words, and they ask him to spell the easiest fucking Italian words ever. Go.
Yeah. We should stop for a second and give them the fucking spell.
All right, go ahead.
Spell calamari.
C-A-L-A-M-A-R-I.
It's the easiest word.
That's correct.
Look, and he
You
doesn't
should have
know.
said it would be really Italian if it's like, spell calamari.
But do you understand? He's like calamari because he's a dumb guinea, and that's the first word he thought of.
That's correct.
That's one.
Yeah.
Spell scungili.
He did the two
C-U-N-G-I-L-I.
two L's. He did the two
L's?
most guinea
Say-
fucking words
say-
in the world.
Prosciutto. Is it say prosciutto?
Now, listen, I worked in a deli my whole life, so this is a lot of pressure.
You
Prosciutto.
serious?
B.
You've been selling.
P-R-O-S-C-I-U-T-T-O.
Wow.
But you should know how to spell
Give me another one. Give me another one. I got it wrong. Sabino wins.
Machetes.
What?
Not even an Italian word. I didn't even know what he
Machete.
said.
Mercedes?
No, it's not Italian. No, I'm not doing that.
What did he say?
Fortunato.
Machez?
Fortunato.
Oh, you said
It's Fortunato.
Fortunato. Fortune
Fortunato.
A-T-O. Without the E.
Fortunato. Spell it the way I'm saying it, though.
Fortunato. That means lucky, no?
F-O-R-U-T-U-N-A-T-O.
S-F-O-R-T-U-N-A-T-O.
There's no S.
Sfortunato. Sfortunato.
First word is
How do you
mozzarella.
spell anything when you pronounce it 7 different
M-O-Z-Z.
fucking ways? Mozzarella, M-U-Z-A-R-E-L.
No, you're thinking of muzzies. You're thinking of muzzies. You're being racist.
We try not to think of them.
That is But that's exactly it. Like, it's one thing. I've always been like, I'm an
Don't
Italian.
forget to check the thing.
What's that?
Don't forget to check the thing.
It'll light up when the food comes. It'll take a while. It's one thing to be Italian, but this is what goes on. It's like you said. What's the guy's name? Sabatini? Rory Sabatini?
Yeah, Rory Sabatini, yeah.
He's Sebastian. I don't have time for these. Oh, we're just I don't like that. Like, doesn't matter.
Look at this one's fucking uttery, folks.
It's just stupid. And then this guy's running around like, and he's got 28,000 followers for just being in a fucking stereotype.
Y'all ever notice that people from Napoli walk like this, and people from Sicily walk like this?
I'm closing with that. I'll close with that this Thursday at the Coastal Tap Room in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Is that a real place?
It's a real place. Dude, you know what gigs I've been doing lately? I mean, occasional.
A step up from the ones I've been doing?
No. Watch this. If you want to give me that credit, fine. But it's like, I used to do a lot of shows all over, like, bars and shit. So I've just been calling up for, like, oh, yeah, let's get you in here, And a couple have been great. Then I did Laughing Stock this week. I'm like, hey, I'm around. He's like, it's light in the summer. I'm like, just give me a door deal. I'm like fucking 120 miles and one check engine light away. I'll just drive out. So we did that, And then I have a friend, like, I used to fucking hang out at the beach in Delaware all the time. So it's like, my buddy owns a bar. It's like, pick a night. I'm like, Thursday night. He's like, that's a good night. So I'm just going down with Keanu, hanging out at the beach. It's what they said about Stancil. Why is it unemployed people take so many vacations? I feel like that's what my summer has been this month.
Bring us. We're free. We got shit. If you
Dude, no disrespect.
If you don't mind
I'd love
having
to
us,
bring you on a
if you don't
gig.
mind having us in the car, fucking.
Well, not on this one. This is more of a date thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, we'd love, dude. We're big fans. Me and the Keeks are big fans.
I think we should get to a few of these super chats real quick because I know Kiki's inside of them.
Go back to the first super chat.
These chats
first
aren't
one
very
ever?
super.
This sucks.
Yeah.
The first super chat, JP. Can you even find it? Did you know there's a tab with all super chats?
Yeah.
Two fucking incompetents.
I love
all
Drew so
about it.
much. Let's just go to the top super chat. Here we go.
Good thing you can't get fired from here.
This show sucks. See, it's funny.
And everybody since then has been great too. So here's a little run if you missed everything.
All right.
Yeah, just catch it real quick.
Oh wait, go back.
we didn't get
No,
to
one
this.
more.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
The lights one. I think we stopped at the lights one.
No, we're at
Drew,
Bob.
Flip the high pass.
Jake learned about Versailles, favorite book, right? Now well, you can tell because it's not liked. Like Bob, fan of Patrice.
Exactly. That's why I do it. I have a system.
I apologize. Thought you knew. You need tally lights. Gino never looked into the right camera, and that was the Palace of Versailles. See, there you go.
Me smart.
Okay.
Bob Fan of Patrice is the guy that came up. He's so great. Like we were here for the last Impound Media show, and I know I've told this on the air. Bob Fan of Patrice. His name's Bob, and he comes up every year for the Patrice benefit from Virginia. And whenever he would come, he'd hang out 2 days. We'd get hammered at the show.
Of course.
He'd leave booze. He brought his two guys, Kaz, and I forget the other guy. And he's watching the other day. He's like, fuck you. He's like, fuck it. We're here on Thursday. He's like, I'm going to drive up to the show this Saturday. Gets up there. Fucking, we're drinking at the bar. Fucking, he brings a case of White Claw for Kiki. Fucking, we wake up. Thank God I bumped into him in the morning. He's like, do you want water? I'm like, give me all the water. And gave him a big hug. But it was a good time. Bob Fan of Patrice. There you go.
Yep.
Let's hope Nia doesn't turn on him too.
Here's
Tally
Keith.
lights. That's never gonna happen. Thanks, Bob Fan of
No,
Patrice.
but it's me. Like, I can tell. But yeah, you're right, Bob Fan of Patrice.
Yeah. It's that's a system that's way out of my price.
But I've been
zone.
pretty good, right? Like, you could tell out of the side. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
It'll get better. Keanu, who is she?
That's got to be the butt girl, right?
Oh, yeah. Who is she? I'll kill
She's gonna pull
her.
the parental lock on your fucking computer.
She can go through my computer all she wants. She would find the most boring emails. All right, here we go.
She'd go through your computer and break up with you, big.
She'd be like, what are you, gay? There's no women on your computer.
Just collection agencies.
Oh, God.
Ryan
Campbell, just $10 just for shits and giggles. Thank you, Ryan. Shout out My Lost Interest. We've been keeping him busy because I believe in this dude. My Lost Interest, fucking, he's the one guy, he clips the Dabbleverse, and I hate the Dabbleverse. But, like, when I watch I just watch his stuff and Carl, like, it's fun to watch. He makes it transformative content. And I'll say this again, ages ago, if I can dip my toe in the Dabbleverse, and I hope I'm not speaking out of school, mad respect to this guy. If you don't get what I'm saying, God bless you. But when all the shit started with the Ricadas and the Imholtz, and April reached out to me and sent me text messages, and I was worried that she was hanging out with these people, I read her text messages on the air, and people were like, Gino's a piece of shit, and the fucking My Lost Interest guy clipped it and aired it, because he got it immediately. He's like, I can tell you were reaching out to her. And I said, thanks for clipping that. You get what I'm doing. And he wrote, I have a daughter about her age. I'm worried sick about her. And I got bad news, My Lost Interest. They're all fucking idiots. But love that guy. And cheers to you, My Lost Interest. Hopefully it came out as a compliment. Go on.
Nobody was saying anything.
Damn it.
More super chats? Yeah. My Lost Interest believes in this dude.
He's great. Ryan Campbell.
Again?
Is that another $10?
Another $10.
Look, pizza's paid for, people.
Are you into thin Don shit?
Thank you, Ryan.
The pizza's... Look, Anne Frank, this is for you, buddy.
Should we
You're
say
making too
Anne
much
Frank's
noise, lady.
out loud, or
What's that?
should we say Anne Frank's out loud, or? Is
Yeah,
that
Anne
again?
Frank. Yankees,
Yeah.
Phillies. God, the Phillies are fucking slumping. Let's celebrate the 10th Super Chat.
Yeah.
I'm just doing Garrett's bit.
I
Fucking
mean,
the Phillies are fucking making me nervous. $3 to shit on me, Anne Frank?
I like this next one.
All right.
Again, Ryan Campbell, $10. Oh, there you go.
Gino, you hit the lottery with Kiki, you lucky dog. Don't I know it?
You sure
I'm
did,
always
buddy.
complaining. I'm always complaining about Keanu. That's a lot. Oh, here's Youngest 2112. Here's $5. Even though I'm soiree paid to set. Oh, I'm sure it's speech to text. Paid to censored and compound for another 4 months. It's amazing how many people are fucking, just saying. I'll say it again. Anthony's great. But again, fucking, we're doing all we can. I hate doing this, but considering.
Wow, you hate this?
I do.
Because I put all this stuff together. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
true.
Go.
Buddy.
Say the thing. Say the thing.
I love doing this, but Drew, Garrett and Steve have their Patreon. It's great. And Chrissy's already doing her thing. And we already have a Patreon for Gun Friday. We're trying to, keep as it is. So, I'm just going to do everything on as much, and fucking trolls have fun with it. As much as I shit on YouTube, I'm just going to put all my stuff here until I get in trouble. Because I can't ask the fans to fucking split stuff up anymore.
I know. It's crazy to see, everybody was stronger, apes stronger together,
There's no question.
I mean, I think Garrett and Steve are streaming right now, which is unfortunate.
They are, which is insane. And sometimes Chrissy is. And, but we'll end it on. But again, people on their Patreon fucking get this either way. Right?
Gino's implosion was brought to you by...
You are about to get the fucking... I'm gonna give you... You ever ask someone to... I hit the table. Sorry, guys. I'll drink. You ever ask someone, when you say, get a pizza, whatever you want, and you feel like they go out of their way to put shit on it?
Oh, yeah?
Black...
It's pizza. Everybody
Where's
wants
this going?
cheese.
Maybe we get black olives and pineapple on the pizza instead.
You ever been sleeping and had a condom put over your face so you fucking suffocate, Gino? Kiki, take notes!
Right now, I swear, Kika's like the puppet's talking to me. I'm kidding. All right, are we done?
You ever ask somebody what they want on their pizza and they say extra cheese? And you're like, it already comes with a bunch of cheese. That's not an option.
Good one, Stephen Wright.
It was kind of funny.
I used to put extra cheese on my pizza. I still do that. I used to, too. I'm the heroin addict. Was he a heroin addict?
We missed you.
You're thinking
We
of Mitch
missed you
Hedberg.
so much. Look, I'm Italian. Oh, wait
Gabadigoo!
Guys, I've been getting pizza lately, and all I wanted on it was some extra cheese.
Why aren't you doing the talking mouth of Mario Bosco? You're killing me. Did we get all the super chats, or did I interrupt in the middle again?
There's a couple more. Stand by.
Let's take a look. Italian alphabet, fucking A, fucking. There's a comedian, I think he died. He was,
Bob Fan of Patrice, yeah.
It was ages. Hey, Dusty. It was ages ago. Drew's male cat, Dusty. He's so handsome. I can't think of who it was. God, Lisa Lampanelli used to date him when her name was still Lisa Lampignelli. But he goes, oh, here we go. Hold on one sec. Are you outside? All right, I'm sending the guy to get it right now. Thank you. like.
Yeah, let them know you're a big shot. Sending folks to get your fucking pizza.
Well, I mean, we took turns. Like when he's talking, I get the booze. But he used to say, there's an Italian guy on Wheel of Fortune. He's like, they're so stupid. He's like, Pat, I'll take an A, as in fucking A.
When you're talking, I get the food. When I'm talking, I stop talking and get the food.
I would have gone. You know that.
Don't you forget it, bitch.
Nobody wins.
You could have talked to Jake and Louie. I find you both far more, all threes of you. Where are you next?
Oh, yeah, what's it called? The Bullseye Pub with Mario Bosco and Luby and
Oh,
Constantine
Friday.
Kenny. Yeah, Friday.
That.
And then Saturday,
If I was
Freddy's.
in town Friday. Actually, it might be. I might be. If Drew can't.
Oh,
I
we
might-
fucking hope so, Gino. What would it be without you getting drunk and embarrassing yourself?
Why do you hate me? I'm a good guy. But Luby, I literally reached out about doing this on Friday. And Luby's like, I can't. I'm at the show. And she sent me the flyer. It's all you guys. That's a great show.
By the way, if you want, I want Drew to pull up the fucking flyer. This is the second time they fucked up.
Did you send me the flyer?
I will, dude. Fucking.
Text me the flyer right
This is
now.
the second time they fucked up a flyer with me on it.
Or just, yeah, just text it to me and I'll send it to Drew. Text me the link and I'll send it to Drew. We're going to put up their flyer, Drew.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's a good, what are you doing Friday night?
Friday, I think we're supposed to hang out.
No, I don't know if, well, I can Friday, but Garrett and Steve can. You know?
That's up to me.
We could always, do you want to just go to fucking their show and be idiots?
I'm up for it.
Look at that, dude. Oh, pepperoni for the good guy. There you go.
Want some more soda, Jake?
You know, calorie content's getting a little high there, Drew. I gotta watch my figure.
Couple more ice cubes.
I got you.
Yeah, it's. They fucked up my headshot on the Otto and George tribute show, which is.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, and now this is. Look at the. It's a beautiful flyer, except for one thing. I'm gonna take a piss, and I'm gonna let you figure out.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Drew. You texted it to me.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Let's take. Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you the flyer for the show. It's gonna. This looks great. What? By the way, while you're pissing, what was wrong with it?
Take a look at me.
All right. Hold on. I apologize, everyone. You know, we got the pizza. And feel free to check in.
Everything's happening all at once.
Feel free to check in on Garrett and Steve. Jesus Christ, we love them more than anything. Attach. There's probably a better way to do this, but I'm just slow and stupid. Select. All right, Drew, I just emailed it to you with. I'm in such a hurry. There's no picture on it, okay? Actually, it says pick. This Friday. By the way, shout out to Mikey Sell. I just saw my email. He sent me, dude, I'm smoking way too many cigars, Drew. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm easily averaging a cigar a day.
Oh, that's way too many.
That's too many, right?
One cigar like every 6 months is a lot.
Stop it. Okay, I sent it.
Cigars are a lot. Yeah.
I don't think cigars are a lot because am I wrong, guys? Are cigars a lot? You're not swallowing anything.
Are cigars a lot?
Are cigars a
This
lot?
is a new polling question.
Are Jews
On
too
a
much?
scale of 1 to 10, let's see it in the chat. Are cigars a lot?
Put one,
10.
1 for a lot, 2 for not a lot. 2, we are no longer pregnant. I'm doing Keanu.
By the way, can I say, Drew, the day in your toilet is a lot less impressive than anything's covered in fucking mold. This is the fucking level of fanciness. There's a dead hooker in the corner.
You say it like it's a bad thing. Keanu, this is another fun thing with Keanu. She does so many normal gigs. Look at that. All right, so page up. Who's the guy on the next to Luby on the left?
That is Kenny Michaels.
Okay, he does not look like that, and he doesn't own a tie. Stop it. So you got Kenny, lovely Luby Popovich, Jeff Paul, who I was hanging out this weekend, Joe Conti, who looks nothing like that, hates himself, Mario Bosco, and
Hey guys, I'm out here doing comedy tonight at the Summer Comedy on the patio.
You can't put a talking mouth on
I
it.
can figure it out.
And by the way, I get it. That looks exactly like Louie. There's no way that's you, Jake.
They took a fucking headshot from like 9 years ago.
You've never owned that hat. Are you Heisenberg?
I used to wear like a
Stop
brown
it.
felt fedora.
Stop it.
Yeah, that's a real headshot. And fucking, it's like they put it into a cartoon filter.
Cartoon. Oh,
A cartoon filter.
A cartoon.
Yeah, and again, it's pre-mustache. It's after the afro, but before this. And then it's like they put it through like a filter, and then they just didn't give a fuck afterwards.
They whitewashed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks nothing like you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be on the show. I love Bullseye Pub, but that's like.
Oh no, because fuck Carucci. Carucci, I still owe fucking what's his name, and I love Carucci, but fuck Carucci, who I love, because I still owe fucking Rich Schultes a steak dinner, because he bet me when I did my birthday show. I was like, I don't know how it came up, but it's like we kept adding people to the fucking flyer, and then after a while there were too many people, so we stopped adding to the flyer as we rolled it out, and fucking Rich Schultes, who's full of shit all the time, and I mean that in the best way. Not full of shit. He's great. He's a ball buster, And he goes, hey, Carucci's mad at you. And I go, why? He's like, you didn't put him on the flyer. And I go, you're full of shit. He's like, nah, dude. And he goes, and you can imagine, Schultes from the show. He's like, nah, dude, he's mad at you. And I'm like, you're full of shit. He goes, I'll bet you a steak dinner. And I go, all right, because he always bets me a steak dinner when I know he's lying. It was a long con. He was playing with me. And then, damn if we're not on In Hot Water. We used to have a studio. And I call Carucci, and I'm like, I'm like, are you mad at me about not being on the flyer? And Rich Carucci, and I don't have to sell you two, nicest guy in the world, fucking never has an attitude. He goes, yeah, I was a little pissed about that.
Oh yeah, because he told me all about it.
You're full of shit.
Because I was on it, and he's like, he fucking has me on. He has. Why'd you put me on the fucking poster? I put him on another.
I'm calling this motherfucker right now.
God.
Are you out of your fucking mind? He was really. Are you kidding me?
So yeah, you owe Schultes a steak dinner.
I do. Let's see if he answers. The great Rich Carucci, everyone.
Which Rich Carucci do I know?
Hey, brother, what's going on?
I'm never putting you on a fucking flyer ever. The shit I'm getting again for the birthday show.
Oh, man, you getting ready for the birthday show again?
No, but we were plugging your show this weekend, and hopefully your ears were burning. We were talking about crackpots and how you killed it.
Great.
And I'm gonna fucking insult you and say you're like me. Everyone thinks we're so fun and cool to hang out with. They don't realize, like, everyone doesn't get it. Like, you're fucking hysterical. And he said you just went up there and killed for 45 minutes, even though it was a 50-minute set. Kidding. But you killed it, right?
It was great. It was great, man.
Hey, Carucci, it's me. It's Jake.
What's up, brother?
They're at Impound Media, buddy. We got to get you here. We knew you were busy. We're about to wrap up the show, but we're plugging this Friday. If me and Drew aren't busy, I'm definitely going to come and crash. I'll bring Kiki. She thinks you're great.
Well, it is the thing. The Bullseye is its own thing. Carucci is going to be at the Dojo of Comedy in Jersey
On Friday?
Yes.
Oh, he's not even on the flyer. You're right.
No, he's producing
Carucci's
that.
not on his own flyer. Fuck this guy.
That's great.
You're so... by the way, we had a fun time at your club this Saturday, from what I remember.
Heard. Yeah, I heard, man. I missed it.
Oh, dude, it was great. Fucking, and we dragged... there it is. Yeah, Jeffrey Paul. Oh, produced by Rich Carucci. Who made this picture?
They made you look like Kevin James.
Yeah, you do. You look like Kevin James, and who's the guy from, who's the wrestler that's on Gutfeld all the time? Tyrus. You look like Tyrus there.
The owner made it. Yeah, the owner made it himself, Lou.
I got to give him a new fucking picture of me because this is the second time they've used a 10-year-old headshot of me. I have no mustache. I'm wearing a fucking hat.
By the way, when I'm on dating sites, they normally require 10-year-old headshots.
Yep. Yeah, fuck
Huh? All right, Carucci. Well, so who are you at? You're at the dojo with who this weekend?
I think Anthony Ennis is there and Dave Hodge, but I don't know who else.
All right. Good plug.
Yeah, well, we were. All right, buddy. Well, we want you here at Impound Media next, my man. Let's hang soon.
Absolutely. Love you guys, man.
Love you, Lake.
Love it. He makes comedy happen.
Rich Carucci, everyone. All right, well, how are we doing on Super Chats? The pizza's here.
Plenty of super chats to go, and we are not beholden to time right now, so
We're
we
not.
don't have to rush out. We're not gonna overdo it for the listeners, but
No, and I love but I like.
No.
Well, that's the other thing. I have to start. We were talking about this. Like, I do the In Hot Water show Monday through Thursday. Just one, I love doing it. Don't get me wrong, and two, like, on a good day, I'll get 200, maybe a little over viewers. Average about 150, whatever, which is fine. I don't care.
live, but
Live, and
that's
then
different,
it always clears 1,000 knockwood afterwards. But it's like, I like doing it, but I feel like I have to. But then a day like today, I do it with Garrett and Steve and Bruce Smirnoff, who's great. Make sure you watch that. And then I'm like, well, I'm definitely doing Impound Media. I got you. You know, I love this is all I want to do. This is what I'm made to do. Sit down and have everyone throw stuff out, and I just spin plates. You know, when I'm in my fucking, and don't get me wrong, I love the apartment. I've got the fucking in-hot water light. But when I'm there.
Looks great, by the way.
It really, thank you, Drew. It really does. It really does.
I haven't watched the show, but I saw a picture.
That's why you think it looks great, because if you listen, I ruin it. But
Dude, you sound like fucking Scorch. You know, I do what I do.
Who's
Because of the
Scorch?
people. Who's Scorch?
I've seen him popping up on the internet. Who's Scorch?
Opie and Anthony used to make fun of him. He used to work with him at a rock station, and then he did like a public access show in a Chinese restaurant. People love doing what I love doing what I doing because of you guys.
Carl makes fun of Scorch. Who are these podcasts? They make fun of Scorch a lot too, right?
There's so much gold. There's just so much gold. Yeah. And there was a specific episode where he was like, I love doing what I love doing because of you guys. It's for the people.
But I do, like, I'm good at, I've never lied about this. And I lied. But I've never been misconstrued. I've never been delusional. I would show up every day at Compound Media. I'd sit at the desk. I'm like, this is great. And whoever was in the booth, Garrett and Steve usually, but when Drew was there, even when Bobby was there, and he's a piece of shit, I'm sorry, and I tried to work with him and he wouldn't answer the phones, but anyone that was in there, you could play off of. Anyone that was in the booth, anyone that was at the desk, anyone that was in the stands, I knew how to spin and just be the guy behind the mic that makes sure the funniest person's talking in that moment. Always been good at that. You put me in my apartment with the great backdrop, thank you, Drew, and I'm trying, and I'm loving it, and I'm having fun, but it's a lot more fucking levers for me to pull and stuff, and it's okay, and it'll get there, but I'm spoiled after 8 years of doing what I've done, and I don't have time for it to get there. I just want to fucking sit there and have fun, and it's fun, but you can't compare it to what we were doing for the past 8 years. Yeah. It was incredible, and I'm getting there, you know, and don't get me wrong, certain podcasters will shit on me and say I'm depressed while my fiance sits in their chat and says, you're so funny. I'm going to hear something about that. But I will sit there and say, I don't give a fuck. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But you get these disingenuous pieces of shit in the Dabbleverse that'll shit on you and they think they're so cool and you'll text with them till 5 in the morning. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The point I'm making is I'm spoiled after all these years of doing this and I enjoy it. That's all. That's all. So while I try and balance this with what I'm doing there, it's fucking just a weird little fucking...
You sound like you're going to go to school and shoot anybody with a light baseball hat. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, that's all.
Eat your fucking garlic knots, Guinea.
It's different. Life is different than it used to be, but... You know, you're doing stuff, dude. Like, that's all you really need to be doing. And do your comedy shows. Do your little comedy shows.
Put down the gun. Put down the gun.
Guys, Mario Bosco here just telling Gino to do his little comedy shows almost as little as me.
Apparently, shout out Chris Baldessano who texted me. Apparently, Judge is making the dinky ballpark look like a shoebox. Fuck you!
Oh, yeah. Next. Oh, no, there's a couple more super chats. But one is about exactly that.
Just gonna have one piece of none. There you go. One of you should commission a Mario puppet. We are not Howard Stern in its dying days.
Do you know how much that would cost too? If you wanted like a ventriloquist dummy of Mario Bosco, that'd be like a $7,000-8,000 job. We're not fucking doing that.
Also, you'd probably only be able to control it with one finger.
Yeah.
Would it really be that hard to do a Mario Bosco puppet?
It's hard to make any
dummy. You
dummy.
take the standard face, you put a fucking... You're not... You could be... You could be Mario Bosco, Louie.
But why? Why would I have to fucking want that?
No one's making you, but I'm saying it would not take a lot. We give you a little more hair in the front. We spike it up. Take it in on the side. Okay, we redo your hair.
Fucking queer eye to the straight guy.
Actually, I'm going to be honest. You're a lot... I don't mean to be mean. You're a lot better looking. It would take a lot of work on you to make you look like Mario Bosco.
Yeah, also my clothes are too big for him.
Don't you buy them after school shootings?
Oh, yeah, my fucking... the joke that I'm pretty sure got me fired from Broadway Comedy Club.
Did it really?
I think so.
Well, good news. That guy's dead. Go back and audition again.
Oh, Al didn't know me. It was the booker, but yeah.
Oh, Brooks?
Yeah. Well, I never got confirmation just because he doesn't answer my calls anymore.
Right.
But after one show, and it was a really good show. It was fucking working. There was a group of guys from like Kentucky or Alabama.
Sure.
And everybody was shitting on him. And I think at one point, Louie called them sister fucking faggot haters. And I ended with the school shooting thing again. And I went upstairs and it was all good. People were coming up and like, hey, that was great, it was great. But then the manager comes up to me and was like, hey, did something happen during your set? I'm like, no, it was pretty good. It's like, yeah, a table of guys left, and they're like, we got screwed, we got played, I think because everybody was fucking with him, I think that I was the last straw, and I think they all walked out, and
Come on. But you wear that as a badge of honor.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. The only way I can think that they wouldn't have me back because they gave me a lot of stuff. I don't know. I always assumed it was that because that was like the last time.
I envy you because I miss when I used to like be in the clubs and do all that stuff. Like a couple years ago, I don't know what it is on the internet. It's called the Wayback Machine, where you can see old Garrett and Steve. I think it was a Gun Friday episode. They brought up and this is me just rubbing your noses in my success, my MySpace page. And my calendar for July, I would say of 2008, was insane. It's like I didn't even. It's like Caroline's with Artie Lang, Caroline Stand Up New York for its comedy people, fucking like a weekend in fucking the Poconos, just day after day after day of work, and it's like because you were like doing the clubs.
What changed? COVID?
No, I just got older and started doing other shit. I know. Sorry, I was giving this.
No, it's the fucking N-word. First time shame on you. 7 million fucking times shame on Gino.
Now, when you let all the comics that lie about you get away with lying, like, let me tell you something about Godfrey, that untalented guy who monkeys around with stand-up. He fucking literally says I scream it in clubs. That's fucking... I'll say it again. If my set was me walking into any club screaming, N-bomb, and people just go like, he's amazing. Well, I'm back next week. But people spread that lie.
That sounds like slander against your business.
To say I'm gainfully employed.
No, I mean, like, your comedy is your business, and if somebody's spreading lies that stops you from getting booked at comedy clubs, that's slander. And
you should sue Godfrey and take all this bananas.
I think he could have.
Well, there goes that case.
We have no coconut. It doesn't matter. The point I'm making is I used to do all this stuff, and then you evolve to the next thing, And when I said this earlier, when I was doing stand-up, when I was doing Compound, every day, all I wanted to do. I wasn't worried about doing shows. I had a sports sheet at night. Eventually, that petered out because apparently, you're not allowed to say LeBron's a disingenuous, un-American piece of shit, even though that disingenuous, un-American piece of shit that told everyone to get vaccinated and knelt for the national anthem is now representing our country, carrying the flag in the midst of fucking, some kind of lesbian, tranny fucking movement. But it evolves, and now it's like but you are right, Drew. Once the pandemic ended, I wasn't like, I got to get back in the clubs. I was like,
they all closed.
Well, once the pandemic ended, I was like, who needs me? Like, the clubs were all moving towards the woke bullshit, and even the ones that weren't were using comics like, let me tell you, Attell got woke, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But a lot of these comics that had been around forever, they could go on name alone. I can't. I'm not sitting here saying, hi, I'm Gino Bisconti. Did you have a dinner reservation? But once COVID was over, I'm like, the clubs, they don't need me, and there's no point for me going there.
Also, don't forget, they had a lot of backlog people favors they had to pay off of like, okay, we're going to put you on this way.
I didn't know that.
No, yeah, that kind of, that kind of shit. All their top guys they have to put on first because all the missing work. People get, if you're not a household name, you get
so
lost in the shuffle.
incestuous, right? Yeah. I heard during the writer's strike, a lot of comics were getting bumped for writers. Writers would go be like, hey, I need some money, I need some spots, I need to fucking work on some stuff, and they'd let them go up. And fuck you if you're a comic at the club. These writers fucking have the money. They have the fucking pull in L.A.
I hate writers.
Yeah. I'll never forget years ago when I used to fucking do a show with Aaron Berg at Compound, another old place. And he booked Frantic. Like, I would every now... eventually, I stopped doing it, but I was there at a show, and I just showed up to say hey to him, and he's like, oh, it's a writer's show. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, ugh, just sit, have a drink, and watch. And it's writers going up with a sheet of paper that they wrote jokes on that they're used to people laughing at because there's an applause sign and a laugh track. And it goes, and then I said, who's there? Who's there? The chicken across the road. And then they just wait. They hear laughter in their head that isn't there, and they do their next joke. Yeah. It was an abomination.
There's a reason that they stay in tables in the Hollywood Hills so nobody has to look at them.
Yeah. So that's another reason why I envy you in a way, because you're this goes back to half an hour ago, but I remember why we started. You're bouncing around the clubs. Like, I miss that You know, but there's like I'll do St. Mark's sometimes. I don't know why I haven't fucking stuck my head again in the comic strip right down the street from me. I don't know why I haven't done that. Maybe I will. But what's the point of the clubs anymore? It's like if I just I did a gig, 2 gigs this weekend. One at a bar in Scranton, Old Forge, and the other one at Laughingstock. And the second one, Laughingstock Comedy Club, maybe 20 people. Let's say 20. I'll round up. I'm a good guy. And I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to do an hour. Like, I'm getting what I'm getting either way. I'm going to do an hour fucking of stuff they'll love, and I'm going to work on new shit. And that's what I do now. It's not saying it's the greatest thing in the world. It ain't the worst thing in the world, but I love doing it. That's where I wound up. You know, you evolve to the next thing. Well, that's why I miss you. That's why I envy you. I'm nostalgic for you at the clubs. That's what I mean.
Well, New York City clubs are just for writing, really. Like, you don't get rich off of doing New York City clubs,
No.
$25, $30, $40 spots.
No.
It's all just to get really, really good, so when you do your tour dates and your road gigs, and then you're really good. But there's a lot of young comics who think that they have to be in every New York City club, and that's your career. It's like, no, that's your
young
gym,
comics,
so
I
you
would
can go
even-
on the road and destroy.
Yeah, and I apologize for talking over you. It's what I do.
I'm used to it.
It's good to get back into the old rhythm. But it's not even that. I mean, it is that, but it's like, even those comics, like, there's a time when you're young where, like, you do want to be passed at every club and working every night, you know? And even, you're not worried about the money. I mean, you're worried about the money, but you're so young and hungry that it's a badge of honor to be like, get passed. I got passed at every club in New York City in my day. Every club. Even fucking, whatchamacallit, the Cellar for 2 weeks till I rolled my eyes at no. But every club, because you want that. But when you're these older comics saying, like, I'm passed at more clubs than you, are you retarded? What, like, and I'm sorry, I love Chad to fucking drink with, but Zumach's the guy, like, I'm passed at more clubs. What are you, 5? Are you 5? No, you're not. You're 50. I'm 55. No one cares what clubs you're passed at.
And you may say you like him. I fucking hate Chad Zumach, and
Oh,
he's the
go
only
on.
person I don't hate people in comedy, but I just
Well, then you can hate Chad. He's not in comedy.
I've watched a couple things that he's been on and a couple videos. It's like I genuinely think he's a piece of shit.
He's not. Here's why, and I'm going to defend Chad, because you watch these people in the Dabbleverse, and Chad is one of those people. And this is something I've always said, and again, you could be like, oh my God, Gino. I'm not in the Dabbleverse. I'm saying I've known these comics before it was the Dabbleverse, and I've seen what it did to them. And let me tell you, well, you don't drink anymore. You ever get a chance to drink with Chad Zumach, and you're like, I don't like him from the Dabbleverse? That's on you, because he's a fun fucking drinker. He is.
I mean,
he's a
it's-
fun dude, but then you put him in a box and he says shit about Chrissy Mayer and fucking lies about me, and it's like, what are you doing? You know? And then he saw me a couple weeks ago in a clip, and this is gonna be nice, not mean. Like, it was a Whiskey Wednesday, which I do, you know, with Dalton now. And we drink, and the show was fine. And then at the end, I'm drunk, and he sees the clip at the end. He's like, I'm worried about Gene. I want to give him a hug. I've called him twice saying, book us a show in Florida. I want to do a show, me, you, and Keanu, and I want a fucking hug. Because that's how... But if you put him in the box in the Dabbleverse... I've hung out with other people that are in the Dabbleverse in real life. They're great. And then they go fucking on their show and they say the shittiest things about me, about Drew, about Garrett, about Steve. Don't fuck with my booth, boys.
Somebody said something bad about me?
What's that?
Somebody said something bad about me?
Oh, you're terrible at what you do. Steve Conti's show is called The Dump, which is fitting because it's shit. Garrett's a hack. Just awful shit.
Somebody said something about me?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I just got that.
I don't know.
But again, getting back to what you said, that's the Dabbleverse. But you're allowed to hate Chad. And if you ever remember, like, you would be like, you're a piece of shit. Be like, let me explain. And then he'd get you drunk and fuck you in the ass. But that's Chad. And then he'd hug you. He owes me a hug. That's all I'm saying.
And Frank wanted you to know that $5 says 7-3, so I don't think that's
Is that the
going well for you.
final? Was it the final? No, it's not that late.
I don't think so. I think he'd say final if it
I already
was.
love this next one. The puppet should interview the.
Do you get that joke?
Take George out.
No. We did one time we were watching, it's legendary. We were watching.
Wait, say it out loud first.
What's that? Louie the Puppet should interview Mario the Puppet?
Thank you, WJS, $2.
We were watching, it was one of the greatest, I know I'm going to be nostalgic and I know it sounds redundant, one of the best In Hot Water episodes ever. And by the end, every day was a home run. Every day. I'm sorry. But we were watching Mario Bosco and some weird Italian woman, you know how that works, interview Charles Oakley. And it became, and we always called it was our homage to Who Are These Podcasts? Because we never in 1,247 episodes, except one time, basically sniped the show. Basically watched the show and made fun of it, right? But we start watching Mario Bosco interview Charles Oakley. And we're just amazed that he's interviewing this guy with some weird chick. And like 5 minutes in, shout out WJS, she'll get it. He's like, you can tell because it's Mario Bosco and the chick, and Charles Oakley is over there. And at one point, Steve, I can't even remember because I won't do it justice, but he's like, you could tell right now Charles Oakley thinks he's a puppet and she's controlling him. And he's trying to figure out how she's doing it. He's like, all right, do it again. Do it. And we were dying. So that's why WJS said Mario the puppet. Anyway, what else we got?
Another one from Ryan Campbell.
Ryan Campbell just making it rain with fucking 10 spots. Thank you, Ryan.
He's the hero today, Ryan Campbell.
Pretty soon I can afford another copy of Mein Kampf.
You can only have 3 books. Gecko Dundee with 10 pounds.
So it's
Thank
about
you.
30 cents for us.
That's no, the pound is more than the dollar, I thought.
Don't make me admit that.
I don't know anything.
Don't make me have to acknowledge that horrible fact.
I don't. No, the pound's always more than the dollar.
They're
but
almost the same, and they kind of fluctuates.
But wasn't our money worth less than the Canadian? And I'm sorry if you're Canadian. Wasn't it worth less than the Canadian dollar?
At one point it got to that. It might be back to that. Who knows? Get into fucking currency talk? You told me down to 10 minutes and this is what fucking happens?
I just miss how he'd get up to get a cookie and you'd be sitting there staring at me. I miss that, Louie. Is that okay?
I don't fucking miss it. He's pre-diabetic now. He just found it out. Yeah.
You are not.
I am pre-diabetic.
And how are you pre-diabetic? You weigh 88 pounds.
Because it's only sugar. It's just sugar, and I have high cholesterol, and I'm not doing great.
Keanu eats nothing but sugar. She eats Skittles. Oh no, we eat McDonald's. Is McDonald's sugar or just cancer? I'm sure we're getting McDonald's.
That's diabetes and cholesterol. Yeah, I'd say get a blood test. Definitely have Keanu get a blood test.
No.
Yeah, get a blood test.
No. Look, no, knock wood. I don't want to. I'm not gonna outlive her. I'm not worried about it. Should I be worried?
I mean, fucking anybody can tell you that. You don't need a fucking doctor's note. You just need eyes and ears.
What else we got there, Drewzilla?
I personally can't read charts.
All right.
This is the U.S. dollar history to Canadian dollar. Obviously, this is just the day. But it means absolutely nothing to me.
No, $1 US is worth $1.30 Canadian.
Oh,
so
1.3. Okay.
Right, and I'm just looking in the upper right.
Let's look at 1 year. Let's see what
so
does
wait,
year.
Go back.
This is 1 year.
Go back 2 years.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. So December it was even. Go back 2 years.
This is still way above though. This is still 1.3.
But you see what I'm saying? Like it was even in December of 2023.
Yeah, but that's still 5 years.
So it was never.
It never was.
Why did it spike during summer in the pandemic? That's weird.
Why wouldn't it?
Don't shout at me.
No, I mean, like you could have said it the other way, and I would say, why would it? Like I don't know either way. You know. All right, so yeah.
Oh fuck! It went up during COVID. That's weird.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know any correlation whether it would go. It could go either direction. I'd be like, yeah, COVID.
I'm just trying to sound smart, man. I don't know why it wouldn't fucking.
No, I'm not going to be able to back you up if you're trying to sound smart.
Because we were all inside our houses, the Jews were burying gold, and it just went up, and I don't know.
So they buried gold the whole time?
Of course, that was what the fucking tunnels are for.
I love how.
Why do you think I live in a basement?
Bloody children's underpants on one side and gold on the other.
That's what they were doing.
Get your shovel, Shalono.
That's what they were doing. All right. What else we got?
It's not officially read until I click the.
Yeah, you got to put my face. Yeah. Boom! You got to give it the Geno stamp. Okay, so we got that. We got the Gecko Dundee sticker. Push-ups. What we really need is clippers. We love clippers. The LA Clippers, that is.
And that's that.
Yeah, apparently Keanu said something to this clipper. And again, you won't know this, and all hell broke loose. I don't know what goes on. I don't miss it. I mean, I miss the studio, but.
At least you're not on fucking Zoom.
What's that?
At least you're not on fucking Zoom.
What's the difference? StreamYard, Zoom. What's the diff?
No, I mean like we're together. We're here in the room with each other.
Oh, without a doubt. Couldn't agree more. We're not in boxes. Yeah, it was great. And we did YouTube. Excuse me. Well, we did In Hot Water today. Garrett said we were all in boxes, but we had Bruce there, so it was just one big Bruce box. But yeah, there's no replacing this. And I like that. I like that at least while I'm trying to get back into a rhythm of what I'm doing, it's like everything's fine, but it's like this is what I want to do. I want to hang out with my peeps.
I'll tell you what I don't want to do. I don't want to eat a bologna sandwich in the park with you people.
Come on. This is what we do. Ooh, look at this.
It tastes really good. What is that? Because it tastes like fish, and I like it.
It's a pepperoni garlic naan or something.
Yeah, pepperoni bites from Susano's Pizza in Ridgewood.
Susano's, fuck your mother.
All right, let's wrap up the super chats, and then we'll send them over to Garrett and Steve.
All right, let's wrap them up right now.
Are we done?
Done.
I knew it. All right, well, let's do the plugs. Thank you, Jake and Louie.
Of course, thank you for having us.
And we'll get Carucci next. This Thursday, I am at the Coastal Tap Room with Keanu.
Oh, wait, I thought we were doing Jake first.
No, I was just going to say that, but I really want to focus on you. Put the picture up. Tell them what they're doing.
This Friday, the Bullseye Pub with Luby, Conti and Kenny and Mario Bosco. Fucking look on my Instagram for the time. I don't remember. And then Saturday, if you're in Brooklyn, Freddy's in Brooklyn. It's a really good lineup.
Where's Freddy's in Brooklyn?
I forget what stop it's off of. If you look up Freddy's, it'll be on my Instagram.
But where in Brooklyn? And don't get me wrong, I have no idea.
It's towards the city. It's not like deep in there. It's like towards the city.
Freddy's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's a good lineup. It's it's very nice. This will be great. This is a little deeper into Brooklyn. Oh, and of course Friday, if you're in Jersey, Rich Carucci is at the Dojo. All different locations. If you want to go too far, you can go to any of these things, and it's gonna be great.
Is it Freddy's Bar and Grill?
Might be.
627 Fifth Avenue.
I think. Let me see the look at the bar. I think that's it.
There you go.
I think so.
God, I don't know.
Might not be. That looks fancy.
No, that looked.
Oh no, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's
there
it.
you go. Freddy's Bar and Grill. It's in Fifth Avenue, Brooklyn. It's like fucking old. It's my old neighbor. It's near my old neighbor. It's Ridgewood.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's South Slope, dude.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I was going to say, there's no Fifth Avenue around here.
South Slope near the Greenwood Cemetery. Look, I used to live right Carroll Gardens. Oh my God, I know Freddy's.
I live on the other side of that park.
I used to live up here. All right, well, there you go. So you're working all weekend. All right. And Drew, tell them where you're going to be, buddy.
I am going to be mostly here because, I mean, let's just pretend that I live here for a second and I'm not doing anything important for a long time. So you can catch me here. Thanks. Thanks for having me. No, it's always fun to have you here, Gino, and the boys and everything. And I look forward to more of it.
And yeah, I think we might pull another show this week, whether it's us or whether it's Garrett and Steve, or maybe not. I don't know. We're getting there. We need to work on a 2-day week schedule. I don't know. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out when I figure it out. Hate me. Garrett and Steve are 4 nights a week. Chrissy is all over the internet. I keep dragging Drew into my life. He can't escape me. What do you want?
You look healthier. I feel like all that gift alcohol not coming in is really saving your ass.
I've said this countless times. You know how much? Everyone's like, what are you doing without that money? I'm saving $500 to $700 a week on bar tabs at Sullivan's.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I'm barely drinking it all.
You have 2 small glasses. You're usually half a bottle deep. Yeah, you look better. You look healthier.
Buddy. There you go. There you go. Can I sleep on your floor? That is fucking Stay Tuned, episode 3. Well, we'll number them. But I want to thank Jake and Louie. You're the best. And Drew, you're fucking awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude. What you do here is incredible.
Thanks. I'm having a good time.
Calm down.
Most of the time.
Calm down. I don't care what anyone says about you not being talented. I think you're great, buddy. Gino Biscotti reminded you, I want that hug. Are we off? I want that hug. Chad! I want that hug.